on giving. You can't make shit like this up. Wow. It's good that I did these 3 videos back to back to back. Because for 2 days, you have heard me say that the killer of Charlie Kirk probably was a right-wing white supremacist. And come to find out, I'm going to let the I have it ladies tell us about.
Breaking news, Tyler Robinson has been named the suspect in the killing of Charlie Kirk, and details surrounding this person are starting to emerge. Kylie, put up the first one. Tyler Robinson and his family don't look like trans liberals to me. Tyler's family is registered Republicans. His father is a minister and Tyler Robinson has been named the suspect in the killing of Charlie Kirk, and details surrounding this person are starting to emerge. Kylie, put up the first one. Tyler Robinson and his family don't look like trans liberals to me. Tyler's family is registered Republicans. His father is a minister and former enforcement. They have family members in the military. Oh, and Tyler's parents introduced him to weapons at an early age. Kylie, put up these photos individually.
I'm live
Here
talking
he is
about
with his
it right
father,
now.
and you notice his father has on kind of that Patriot MAGA coded style merch. And here he is, was raised in gun culture, shooting guns. So we knew that the person who shot Kirk would have to have experience. Here he is as a very small child with an assault rifle. This is sadly
I said the last 2 days on my lives that he was a Trump supporter, more than likely.
Weapon. So this fits not the profile of a radical leftist, because we don't go to gun shows and take photographs with weapons. This sadly is what always comes out about these right-wing extremists. Gun culture is a huge part of it. Loneliness, radicalization online. Pumps, what did you say to Utah governor? All this is breaking very quickly. The Associated Press is reporting that Tyler Robinson had become radicalized and got into politics recently, and did not believe but it doesn't go into specifics. Okay, and then here's what we know about the shooter.
Okay.
Call to Activism is reporting Tyler Robinson of Utah. His father is a retired sheriff. They're Mormon. They're white. He was raised with guns and shooting, and he wore a Trump costume for Halloween. And you see these same photographs again, him with his dad, and his dad with that kind of patriotic black and white American flag, all that MAGA coded hyper masculinity style merch. And you see the gun in his hands when he is a small child. And then
oh, you know I'm going to roast those sellout ass Negroes. Hell yeah, Mac. This ain't got nothing to do with us. LOL. I will continue eating my watermelon and drinking my Kool-Aid. LOL. Yeah, Dr. Umar out there buck down. We should never rejoice in the death of. Shut your goofy ass up. Go build the school. Might ask you, start cooning. What you gonna make it to Charlie Kirk, Marcus Garvey school now? You coon ass nigga. Go sit your stupid ass down. Smash the like. I got 16 likes and 57 people in here. Y'all niggas crying about Charlie Kirk. Yeah, Dr. Umoy's talking about we shouldn't rejoice. Stop laughing. Shut your goofy ass up. Hey, yeah. And it was black people that killed the cracker too, right? It was real smart culture that Charlie Kirk was a part of. The culture was so smart it killed him. So stupid ass up. Dude, get your coon ass out of here. Fuck you. I never care when a devil dies. Let him take his dirt nap, and I am supposed to laugh. And you not my brother. You's a biatch. You not no brother of mine. Bitch ass crying over some peckerwood dying. Fuck if I care for. Right. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. You absolutely right. R.I.P. Rest in peace. Hot urine. I'm talking to anybody who out here caping for Charlie Kirk. Fuck Charlie Kirk. I told you he got killed by one of his own. It was white on white crime, like it always is, and white people ain't about to do nothing about it, but talk about black people. No, I'm not here to talk to you. I didn't even invite you. You can suck my dick, white man. Get these crackers out of here, y'all. Yeah, he was always talking about what the blacks did. But guess what the blacks did now? Yes, Charlie Kirk was a racist, Ty, but he's gone now, so we don't got to worry about that. You got to worry, he's gone now. You got to worry about that. Suck my dick, cause you ain't say nothing when Charlie Kirk had something to say about George Floyd dying. You ain't had nothing to say about Charlie taking it, so Charlie could take his dirt nap. When Charlie was acting like Trayvon deserved to get killed, when Charlie was saying that George Floyd died of an overdose, you ain't had nothing to say about that. So now that we doing the same thing Charlie Kirk doing, we bad people, suck a dick and die. You crackers just don't like it that the shoe on the other foot. And motherfucker, I don't got nothing to do with it. Wasn't nobody black dead. The only thing black was the shirt that the cracker who killed him was wearing. Yeah, that's good. I ain't got no problem with the white folks who know that smart white man, that white man who really knows what justice is, knows this is exactly what justice is. You put bullshit out in the world, it comes back to get you. Ain't nobody sit here debate. I'm not sitting here debate with no white man about my humanity. There is no debate about that, Cracker. We gotta get it on. It was just debates. No, bitch, we don't debate about my humanity. Hey, bruh, you mean like how Charlie has to face? Yeah, Charlie having that conversation right now. We all gonna have to. It's like, yeah, Charlie Kirk was one of the best of you white supremacists. He was. Charlie Kirk was one of the best of you white supremacists. I agree. Nobody was a better white supremacist than Charlie. You cocksuckers, please. You go, I'm supposed to care about somebody who literally spent every waking hour shitting on my community when he had nothing to do with us. Right. He preached hate and division and he got divided. Shit. I don't watch CNN. I don't watch the Caucasian News Network, you dumb bitch. Why you stupid white people think you know us? You're white. You're dumb. You don't know us. Yeah, I had it on my go back 2 days ago and go through the live. You can see I posted it. You need to be telling Charlie Kirk get a life. Yes, Charlie Kirk was racist. You're right. That dude was racist. Jim Crow, slavery, um, disproportionate sentencing in the justice system. Which one of them am I doing right now? Because that's racist. And that's racist. Which one of them am I doing right now? What my man just said, free Tyler. Look, it's proof that I don't not get a, and it's proof that I don't, you know what I'm saying, go with every white supremacist the same. You know what, Tyler? Tyler just was misguided. So I want to know how this liberals and black people fall. I got this many trolls in here. Thank y'all for the support. It's 134 people here. It's only 43 likes, y'all. We got that many trolls. Thank y'all. I thank y'all for the views, for upping my view count like this. I'll be back in the algorithm in no time. Wow. Well, I like to thank all you dumbass white supremacists for giving me the support I need with your eyeballs. While you're here, you can donate to the Cash App, $1LVZ. Listen, young based, no timeouts. Let me tell y'all now, no timeouts. White supremacists are to be hidden. They are not to be timed out. They are to be hidden. They are to be blocked. They are not allowed. We just talking about how we knew. What would Jesus do? I don't gotta ask him. I don't care what Jesus would do. My bad. You right. I am asking myself, what would Jesus do with Charlie Kirk when he meets him? Hey, Breeze, he's right. I am wondering what would Jesus do with Charlie Kirk once he meets him. Fearless, don't get your stupid ass tied. So it's sad. Yes, he was. So it's sad that a cracker who wanted your family deported. No, anybody who stands up for white supremacists is a white supremacist, and they should be blocked. Stupid ass cracker. Anybody who supports white supremacy has no problem with white supremacy, therefore is by default a white supremacist, and you have no place here. Right, Oshun, F them. Um, I'm not sitting here going through the list of racist shit that Charlie Kirk has said and done. If you don't know, or you if you are pretending like you don't know, you don't need to be here. You got other shit to look up. You won't. There can't be two supremes. There's no such thing as black supremacy. There's never been a such thing as black supremacy. So you're obviously a white person. Get him out of him. Get his white ass out of here. Black supremacy. Where is that at? It ain't even black supremacy in Africa. I didn't agree with a lot of what he said, but you gotta go. I don't give a fuck what you agree with. Charlie worm food now. What you agreed with ain't gonna bring him back. The problem is that you motherfuckers, oh, it was just words. No, uh, black women not being able to think and don't have brain processing power. Those aren't words. Uh, the man who killed George Floyd should be let out. Those aren't words. Right. Those aren't words. And I am not obligated. Right, guitar jams. Come on. They keep talking about he had a family. Motherfucker, everybody is a family. Right. We babies living in our mama's basement. So where are you living at while you're on the computer watching us? Where are you living at while your bitch ass on the? Where are you at in America? Sitting here watching us. Stupid, stupid Peckerwoods. I love when dumb white people come on here and make those dumb. He's resting in piss. Don't worry about it. He's resting in hot dog piss. And it wasn't no government conspiracy. It was just another one of you so-called Christians killing another Christian. It was just you peace-loving motherfuckers exercising peace. Big Lewis, he was a lefty that voted for Trump. Okay, all right. If that makes you feel better. He was a loony lefty that supported Trump. Okay. Boy, ignorance is bliss. I'm happy now. And I'm positive he ain't coming back. Is that supposed to be funny? Your bitch ass can't afford a thumbnail. Go get. You so destitute you can't afford a picture. Fuck Charlie Kirk. Right, I'm with VR. Tony, fuck Charlie Kirk from Detroit. Shouts out to Detroit. What up, though? I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. I don't feel nothing. Why do I feel the same way I feel when white folks talk to me about gang wars in Chicago. I don't feel nothing. Why? I'm not in Chicago, and if I was, I wouldn't be doing no gang war. No, he didn't die for his freedom of speech. He died because he put hate out in the world and it came back and got him. He died dog whistling. He died trying to put white crime on black people. He died doing what most of you white motherfuckers doing right now, trying to blame black people for some shit you did. He died like a lot of y'all died. Yeah, I'm delusional, but I'm not delusional enough to know that that motherfucker died dog whistling and he got killed by one of y'all. Wasn't no black person. Wasn't no gang member. It was a Utah Mormon whose father was a fucking cop. He wore a Trump costume for Halloween. I'm delusional. Okay. None of this shit gonna bring him back. And none of this gonna change the facts that Trump got shot by a motherfucker who voted for him. Trump got shot by a motherfucker who voted for him. And he almost got shot by a motherfucker who voted for him again. Oh, what? Tanker, well, Tanker, come on, man. Tanker, right now, you know what I'm saying. I'm a hater with no goals in life. You were following Charlie Kirk. You had goals? I'm a hater. First of all, you a white guy stealing black people's vernacular. Shut the fuck up. Hey, you're a hater. JDB, he did all that shit talking about Chicago. He was in one of the whitest states in America at a super white university, and a white person took him out. He would have been safer in Chicago. He would have been safer in Chicago. All those gang members he's scared of, they don't know who he is. They wouldn't have did nothing to him. And the white folks in this chat room, y'all know I'm not lying. The white folks that done came to this chat room that's like, I'm with you. Y'all the white folks that go to black neighborhoods and know, shit, nothing ever happens to me when I go there. Whatever I ask for, they give me. As a matter of fact, that's where the best food on this side of town is. Y'all know I'm not lying. The white people that's in this chat room know what I just said the truth. Y'all know damn well the safest place for y'all is the black neighborhood. Y'all not even safe in your own neighborhoods. Y'all not safe in y'all schools. Y'all not safe at y'all concerts. Y'all not safe at y'all malls. Y'all not safe nowhere except the black neighborhood. And you know I'm not lying. Our kids come back from school. Y'all can call us all you want, low class, whatever, but our kids come home from school. Oh, y'all got gang violence. At least our kids got enough motherfucking respect not to shoot up the school. Right. Somebody just said it. I won't even disagree. Black neighborhoods are only dangerous for other black people. That's it. White people could walk through our neighborhood naked and won't nothing happen. I don't know if JDB was trolling. I think JDB was on our side, Bert. Oh, good job, Bert. Mac Man. Ain't that the truth, Mac Man? Where the fuck you been, bruh? Where the fuck you been, Mac Man? Jeremy, you like my godfather's best friend, Chris. White guy. He the only white guy to be hanging around. That man been around the whole family all his life. My god brothers call him Uncle Chris. This little short white guy. There's the blackest cookout, and you see this one white guy drunk as fuck, dancing with everybody. What's up, Miko? What up, though? I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad y'all enjoyed me and Harvey. I'm from DC. I ain't even grow up around white people. Wasn't no white people in DC coming up in the 80s, 90s. White people started invading DC when they started gentrifying. So, okay, it's good to come. Shit. Motherfucker, I'm getting tired of this bullshit. I'm not gonna sit up here. I'm not gonna sit up here. Y'all rebranded Dr. King and tried to turn him into a few sentences. I'm not finna let no white folks rebrand shit. No. I'm gonna tell the truth. In this day and age, if anybody told the truth, at least it was me. Fuck that. And I got the proof. I'm not sugarcoating and Saul sure for no fucking body. I calls you out. This motherfucking country been under white rule since they stole it and brought niggas over here and then and raped the other black people that was here. And people don't like to hear that that is what the history is. Well, motherfucker, go to another country and guess what? They got the same history. You can't go nowhere where white people ain't kidnap niggas and bring them. And what was so funny, niggas was already there. When they got there, they saw black people. They fucked them over. Like, let's use Tasmania for an example. They wiped all them people out and then brought other black people. Right, Ash? Ash say it's a lot of Mars in this jump. My man from Philly. I already see that name. You said John. Because we say John, they say John. Jeremy, I want you to stick around, man. I know that was a white statement, and you know what? I forgive you for it. Because if I was white, I would feel the same way. But the country has not become this. The country has always been this for us. While you were living in that neighborhood in Jacksonville, you did not know, bro. Both of y'all were poor, but you were freer than them. You just did not use your white privilege on them, and that's what makes you a good person. Go say what's up to the people, Jabari. Go say what's up to the people, man. Let me say what's up to the people, man. They see how tall you got. How tall and handsome my son get.
Hey y'all.
Y'all see my boy getting all tall, y'all look. Look. Remember when he was the little tiny baby I was carrying around? Look at him now. My man getting up there. Doctor said he gonna be about 6'3". He getting tall, lady. Me too, me too, somebody. Shit. Both my sons is tall. Gonna be taller than me. Yeah. Definitely, Joe. You know I am. You know I am. I'm 6 feet even, Diane. Yes and no, Felix. He watches it. He likes it like me. He even played football when he was younger, but he'd go out and play football, so I can't say no. Shit, my dad 5'11". I'm 6 even. With my brother Twan 6'1", my brother LJ, my brother Jamal 6'2", my son Charisma 6'4". Shit, he about to be 6'3". It's a lot of tall youngsters in my family. Yeah, I about to say Bert 6'1". Bert taller than me. No, but see, no, listen what I'm saying, nephew. Listen to what I'm saying, brother. You saying where it's headed. Well, you are in a room full of black people that's telling you it was always here. It wasn't headed. You're just seeing it more pronounced. It was never gone. It was never gone. It's still places, it's been places in America, it's still places in America black people have not been and cannot go. You understand? It's places in Florida you have been that niggas cannot go. You understand? It never went away. Is what I'm trying to tell you. You seem like a good person, so I'm not going, normally I goes in. People will tell you I am not. If you're a white person, I am not the person that's gonna be good for your psyche sometimes. Especially if I feel some type of way. Everybody will tell you that. Even though, even one of my man, yeah, niggas, motherfuckers know I will punish a peckerwood. But it's a difference between a peckerwood and a white guy. A white guy just says white guy shit. That shit kind of makes me laugh. I'm not gonna lie. Really? You that dense, huh? That's funny. That's me. But then it's that other shit. Now that gets me aggressive. Don't try no passive aggressive bullshit with me. Don't try no sly racist shit with me. Think before you talk to me. Cause motherfuckers better know I'm on it. 24/7, 365. And I'm raising my kids that way. To be on it. I'm like, hold up. What the fuck you mean by that? Like I said, people don't even know. I'm not going to disclose where I work, but what I will say is I had a run-in with Charlie Kirk at Turning Point USA at my job. And what I did was I went to the higher ups and explained to them that it's not a good look to have a white supremacist have a meeting here where all these blacks and Latinos work. And when they saw that I knew what was going on and I was telling other people, they canceled it. Ash, why can't you believe his own people killed him? Who normally do it? Damn, Jeremy, you ain't make me angry. No, you ain't make me angry, Jeremy. You was cool. But be good, man. You ain't make me angry. I'm just explaining who I am. Yeah, I told y'all that it was, I said, man, remember, Ash, If you've been listening to me the last 2 days, I said, watch when they catch him, they gonna find out he was a right winger. He not even gonna be a left wing. Reef, didn't I say that? Harvey said it yesterday. Harvey even said, he said, watch, when they catch him, it's going to be a Trump supporter. I said, Harvey, I said the same shit yesterday. Mark, tell our man Jeremy, who just left, because Mark won Delicious White, and he's modded up. Nah, he ain't got, Jeremy got scared, man. I ain't want to scare Jeremy away. So, Mark, wasn't I saying that it was a white supremacist from Utah who was probably a Trump supporter? I left. Only thing I left out was Mormon. Only thing I did. Only think about it, y'all. Only thing I left out was Mormon, which I don't know how the fuck I left that out because it's Utah. What you mean, dude was solo? No, he wasn't. He what? You think he was the only one that? So he the only one that did that. That's the only time we ever seen anybody. Dude wasn't solo. What was solo about him? No, I don't think it was a hit by the government to distract us from the Epstein. I don't. And the only reason I don't think, and the only reason I don't think that, you want me to tell you why I don't think that? Because we still talking about them. That's all, if that's what they was trying to do, that shit didn't work. Cause we still talking about that. Look, we talk. Look, as scatterbrained as the American community seems to be, we can seem to focus on two things at the same time. And now that he's locked up and he's a right winger, listen to me, Livy. Now that he's locked up and they know he's a right winger, they not gonna want to talk about it. So, so Epstein gonna have to pop back. Look, right now, if he sent a bunch of National Guard in the liberal blue states where none of this shit is happening, and they going after people, look, literally, he didn't say nothing about the politicians that got murdered in Minnesota. Then he tried to shoebox what just happened so he could couch it and go after liberals, but it was a fucking Republican that did it, that voted for him. These people are stupid. We I don't like tooting my own horn, but watch this. All y'all gotta do, go back to the other lives. I'm not even gonna do. All y'all gotta do. I told you who did it. No, he didn't mention one Democrat that was killed by Republican. So, so white supremacy. He sent American military against. Oh yeah, I know. Johanna, he did it right here in my city, in D.C. I had these sellout, boot licking. I wish I was white supremacist Negroes out this motherfucker run around here. I'm glad Trump did what he did. I'm glad Massa brought out the slave patrol to teach these niggas a lesson. You know why I ain't a victim of no motherfucking crime? Because I'm not scared of the kids. Real talk. Y'all know why I ain't no victim of no crime because I ain't scared of the kids. Mark Wunderlich. Thank you for bringing that up, Mark. I wanted to talk about that. Hey, can I ask? I don't want this to come all wrong. White supremacists, why y'all got the worst fathers in the world? How my father wouldn't have snitched me out. I'm gonna tell the truth. My daddy wouldn't have snitched me out. I'd be out the country somewhere. Your daddy snitched you. My dad, I don't give a fuck my father was a cop or not. He wouldn't have snitched me out. Charlie Kirk would be dead and I'd be in Algeria somewhere. What is up with y'all fathers? Remember Luigi father, turn him in. I'm like, what the fuck? Nah, you had to catch my son. Had to catch my son. No problem, John. When you get that wrench, you know that you got to fight white supremacy. Ask my man Mark Wunderlich. Mark will tell you. Mark knows how to get it. Mark was like, no, he's a Peckerwood. What's up? When you get that, I don't care that you white. You got to fight white supremacy. When I give you a wrench, you have to fight white supremacy. Mark will tell you that shit. Mark be blocking Peckerwood. He was like, no, VZ, that was a Peckerwood. He wasn't white like me. Right? You sure? But Mark, you don't seem to be a white supremacist. Mark, you don't seem to be a white supremacist. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is white supremacist fathers turn their kids in. They teach them all this bullshit. They teach them all this bullshit. They teach them all this bullshit. And then the minute they go do the shit that they taught them, then when they go do all the shit they taught them, they turn them in? Come on, man. What type of shit? I ain't saying you, I don't respect you anyway, but I respect you even less when you ain't shit. I'm gonna tell you, y'all say what y'all want about Charlie Kirk. He died for what he believed in. Mahar, you know I ignored that dumb shit you said because you know all you doing is trolling. Shut your black ass up with your big ass head and just listen. Okay? Running around with big ass headbands on. Looking like hula hoops. I'm not gonna dignify that silly shit you said with a remark. It's just gonna roast your ass. Y'all know my heart like 6'12", right? No, I don't hate Africans. And you know that's a damn lie. I got too many Africans that rock with me for me to hate Africans. I hate Africans, and you know that's the truth. I can't stand me at African. It's a difference. I like Africans. I don't like Africans. I'm cool with that. I love Africans. Can't stand Africans. It's a fucking different. Look, my heart even said that's true. My heart said, yeah, that's true. I can't lie. That's his name, Mark. I can't even get mad that you called him that. Mark. Normally I'd be like, oh, Mark. That's his name. I can't even be mad you calling that. For real, Mark, you should tell him, hey, man, I'm a white dude, man. And I'm not comfortable with all this cooning. You don't have to do this for me, man. Why I can stand Africans? Because I have no problem with other black people. I only have problem with black people who try to undermine our progression. I'm different from you. I'm not one of these FBAs who, think that every damn body who not FBA. Shouts out to my brother BFTB. For real, Mark. I'm gonna need you to start using your whiteness to help us out sometime, and seriously start talking to some of these brothers that's selling out. Go, I'm white. I would have liked you if you wasn't doing all of this. For real, you guys, Mark. They need more white people to tell. Yeah, Dragon Fang. Didn't I already say he was gonna be a right winger? I told you it was not gonna be a liberal. Liberals don't look. What that white man say yesterday? That's why black peoples will never unite. Black peoples will never we'll never unite because we won't. I want you to listen to the fallacy of your argument. Do you know unite means come together? I literally can't be uniting when I'm excluding. How can I unite while excluding? So like I said, I have no problem with Africans, just Africans. I love black people. I can't stand sellouts and coons. Nah, it wasn't. He ain't get none of that hog, Rashad. He caught a hot one. Stop excluding, bro. What are you talking? Get out of here. Bye, man. Bye. Bye. You're an idiot. I get tired. Raul, you're Hispanic. Shut the fuck up. Don't take that the wrong way, Raul. Shut the hell up. Black people are talking about black issues. Yeah, I knew somebody was gonna hide you, Raul. They probably should have timed you out for that one, but I knew somebody was gonna get you up out of here, Raul, because damn, Raul, if you knew here, shut up and listen. Just ask questions. But we were speaking in general. I do too. You see how Mark Wunderlich and Jeremy Shaw are? They might not be of the community, but they welcome. Why? Because they here to learn and show love. And that's what it's about. That if you realize that's what all black people ever do. Black people are like that. I know, especially, I can speak especially for foundational black Americans. We'll go to the Caribbean Pride Parade and we not Caribbean. We not gonna sit there and tell them what to do, or we gonna only ask questions on the culture. We're gonna ask culture related questions so we can understand the culture better. We're gonna go there, we're gonna show love, and we're gonna appreciate and we're gonna learn. We're not gonna go there and get to interjecting our shit into theirs. And that's what we try to do. Even even black people who square, who get involved in a lot of white culture. When they get in there, they don't try to bring none of our shit to y'all shit. They go in there, they put on their country boy hat, they wear them they wear them white man weird ass clothes. The girls even lose their butt. Y'all ever notice that? That the sisters who be hanging with the white crowds, they don't have no ass. They all it's always the flat booty sisters that hang with the white folks. I don't understand it, but hey, if it's a if it's a sister that's in a crowd of white people, meaning not like a white person who hang around a bunch of mixed company where he got a lot of black friends, but no, it's a predominantly white crowd, and that black person ingratiates itself to that crowd. All they do is shut up, learn, and show love. I've seen black people do that for white people when it was anti-black. That's how you get a Candace Owens. Y'all niggas know I ain't lying. Everybody know I ain't. They look, y'all laugh. Y'all know that's wild as shit, don't they? All don't. None of them have asses. I swear. I think that's what happened. I think that they try so hard to adapt, they lose everything. I bet you Candace Owens used to have a butter bowl. I bet you Candace Owens, y'all. With that, never could get that hair right, but she had a butter bowl. Then she started hanging around with them white folk. Livy. Candace Owens had that butter bowl. And what happened? Her first Chad said, "Hey, why is your butt sticking out like that?" Hey, good to have you here, Jeremy. Make sure you come back through. Check out, go through some of my archives. Don't get too traumatized. I say Peckerwood, Cracker, Redneck, White Devil. I say all of that. Because it's true. It's true. You know it. You know they exist. Yeah, I say all that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Shit. I say all that because it's fucking true. I'm only telling the truth. And motherfuckers on. Bet, man. That's how I got Jeremy. Jeremy said, Jeremy said that, Jeremy told me that, Charlie Kirk could rest in peace as far for what he know. And guess what I told Jeremy? You my motherfucking guy. That's what Jeremy let me know. Jeremy said, fuck. Jeremy was one of the first people. I thought he was black at first. He was in here telling the white folks, man, fuck Charlie Kirk. I'm like, hold on. He fucked me up with this. He said, I'm white. You white? Motherfucker, you know where you at? You know who you banking for? I like you. Right, Bert, you too? I like this motherfucker right here. He crazy. Clearly he's insane, but I can deal with an insane. That was the shock of the day. Yeah. Look, nah, Bert, I'm about to make you and Mark Wunderlich laugh. Bert, I thought the motherfucker was Mark Wunderlich on another damn. Damn, DSA, he ran that jump back like Eric Metcalf. He went, nephew went Devin Hester. Nephew took it to the house. Man, if y'all got little videos, man, or whatever, email it. Record it, email it. Y'all know, I'll put that shit up. Y'all know I love to see the youngest do their thing. Yeah, man. If y'all can't just email it, send it to my email. If you can find a way to my Barry, you can play your game if you want. Barry.
Come in.
I said you can play your game if you want.
Oh.
We got a lot in common, Jeremy. I'm a Canes guy. I'm a hurricane guy. All the way up here in D.C., I'm a hurricane guy. I do got family in front of Dana Beach, though. Amelia Island area. You said you in Jacksonville. You already know what I'm talking about. If you in Jacksonville, you know about Fernandina Beach and Amelia Island. Oh, it is. Yep. Nah, Mark. Cause y'all quarterback, the quarterback y'all had was Rex Grossman and fucking Kyle Orton. There was no way. I want Crawford to outbox and beat a man down. Unfortunately, that's only going to equal him getting robbed. Yup, DSA. Can't complain about black people celebrating Charlie Kirk death since they mocked George Floyd death. Yeah, the Packers do. Right, Rashad. Andre, Charleston White even got that right? Even Charleston White got it right. Hey, look, you can't even spin it and say that it's a liberal hoax that the guy who killed Trump, the guy who killed Charlie Kirk, you can't even spin it. Know why? Who investigated? Who caught him? Utah police and Trump's FBI. You mean Nancy Mace, but Nancy Grace probably thought it was a black man, so you could be right about her too. Well, actually, they both all-time greats, so that's why this gonna be a good fight. Hey, PGH, that's what I said that too. You right, they didn't catch shit. The bitch ass father turned his son in. PGH, what's up with these white supremacists and they dad? You right, Aset. Y'all right. Y'all got me right. I'm sorry. But they can't say that. How you been looking for me, Bougie Bobby? I've been live the last 3 days. Yesterday, me and Harvey was live for 3 hours, baby. Go to my press go press my thumbnail and go hit lives. Watch you see I did what? Go to my shit, hit my thumbnail, go through it. You were like, God damn. He been working like a motherfucker the last few days. Well, you got a lot of good material to listen to when you go to work. Cause I gave y'all over the past couple of days about 6 hours worth of listening shit. So thank me later like Drake and shit. Even though they say I'm loved by the people like Kendrick. Ain't it weird? You can thank me later like Drake, but I'm loved like Kendrick. I don't even know no more. Yep. Live before Kirk stuff. Hey, bro, y'all gotta just start following me on Twitter. Y'all gotta start following me at Twitter at LVZ of LDBC Boxing Talk. Yeah, I know that's long. But y'all gotta start following me on Twitter and Instagram because that's how everybody be finding. I try to let everybody who subscribe to me know because I know they do that. Let me show you some shit, baby girl. Let me show you some shit. Shit, I even got more subscribers. I ended up getting 20 more subscribers. Your videos. Right there. Let me show both of y'all something. They took my other Charlie Kirk video down. They must have took my other one down. But here go one, the rebranding of Charlie Kirk. And then I wrote, what was my other joint? Charlie Kirk went from starting a pack to being a pack. And people must have got mad and got it taken down. And YouTube ain't even notified me. Fuck this, yes. The shit got 1,000 views. Look, they hid it, y'all. They go to video right there. I can't even find it. I had to go through my what you call it? Matter of fact, I'm great. Watch what I do. Hating ass bitches. They mad that I got 1,000 views on that joint. Oh, you still see that one? I can't see that one. They hid it from me. Let me see what's. Okay, long as y'all still see it, I'm all right. They fired a teacher at your high school for commenting on Charlie Kirk. Why? Why? Fired him, why? Oh, you see it too, Mark? Okay, well, Bougie Bobby, baby, you got to act, you got to show more love. You gotta show more love, baby. You been showing me enough love. Yeah, a set raw don't know why either. We don't know what she said. She just look. That's what it is, baby. You ain't been showing me the love that I so deeply desire and deserve. You lacking on your part in our relationship. That's why you ain't seen me. Where you been, babe? How you gonna be over all these other nigga houses asking me where I been? Where you been? she over every other nigga house gonna ask me where I been. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that about a bitch? You been at that desk. I can't tell. Ain't nothing been coming on this super chat. That's what you say. The super chat been looking the same. But you been at that desk. I don't know. I'ma start being like Dr. Umar on y'all. Who wants to date the king? I'm about to start going. Cause they don't give me no cash symbol or nothing. I don't got no super chat or nothing. So I'm about to start going Dr. Umar. I'm about to start. If you put, he charged 500. If y'all put $25, everybody $25, and submit your application. And submit your application. And we gonna go out. I'm gonna pay for it. Not really. You gonna pay for it. Yeah, I know you sent me some love, dang. I'm gonna pay for the date now. Not really. That's what I was trying to do. I said you saw it. I was trying to say it 3 times. I'm gonna give you a chance to go out with Va. Who wants to date Va? Send $25 to the Cash App now. I'm not talking, Danielle. I know you sent love before, but we talking about for this sweepstakes now. You send me that and your address. The first 50 women who send me $25, I will pick 2 of y'all names and you can go on a date. I said, send me $25. The first 50 women, 2 of you, I will take on a date. I said, send me $25. The first 50 women, I'll pick 2 of you, and we can go out on a date. Jabari is coming. You will get to meet J Bars. Now, you will get. Because I'm a descendant. A Creflo Dollar. Right, ain't it, bro? I'm telling you. I'm a descendant. A Kirk Franklin. That nigga. Nah, it's the FDMGCK Academy. You ain't heard Spidey? It's the Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey, Charlie Kirk Academy now. Since Umar out here caving. Since Umar out here caping for Charlie Kirk. It's the Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey, Ida B. Wells, Charlie Kirk School for Employment. It's the Marcus Garvey, Huey P. Newton, Fred Hampton, Elizabeth Cady Stanton School for Black Boys. Shit, I'm about to open one, Boozy Barbie. I'm about to open the OnlyFans. I'm be naked with your favorite book over my genitals. Laying there with an autobiography of Malcolm X covering my balls. I'm about to get my grift on. Shit. I'm sorry. I'm about to get my grift on, y'all. Shit. Times is rough. The times done hit. You been to the grocery store? I'm sorry, Danielle, baby. Y'all be sad. This is Mark Wonder was like, damn, Peckerwoods done got the LVZ. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's rough. Bert going like, oh man, they got my brother, man. Y'all put something on this. Cause you know one or two of y'all still gonna support me regardless. I'm telling y'all, man. Right, Dollar Tree 150 now, right dang she. Wait, my OnlyFans. Y'all gonna see me with the miseducation of a Negro covering my balls. I'm standing in the camera with a pair of Malcolm X glasses like this. Craig, by any means, Craig, I got to get paid, Craig. Tell him, Bert, dollar sign one LVZ. Y'all avoid this. Look at Craig like, damn. Time's rough, man. Shit. Ooh, my own OnlyFans. I'm about to be on OnlyFans too. Shit. Damn sure do. Everything great value tastes good now. I bet you Green Giant don't make the best vegetables no more, Spidey. You better go to the Safeway and catch them old organic sales they be having. Man, that Charlie pack been the best shit hitting this week. Right, that Chucky pack. Man, no, I wouldn't go on Brandon Taylor. If I'm a sellout, I'm not going on no coon platform. You ain't gonna see me sit with no Jason Whitlock. If I was sell out, I'm selling all the way out. I'm on Hannity. Right after Stephen A. Right in between him and that little lawyer dude that Hannity always have on. Leo Terrell. That's his name. I'd be right in between them two coming on. The violence in Chicago must stop, Sean. I've been living in DC all my life. Yeah, you ain't see me no harsh twin. I'm not gonna be with I'm not gonna be on no. I'm not gonna be if I coon, I ain't cooning with no other coons. I'm cooning by myself, goddamn it. I don't need if I'm selling my soul, fuck I need your used up ass soul for. What's wrong with Jason Whitlock is a unabashed bootlicking coon, baby. I mean like bootlicking coon. He loved Charlie Kirk. He brought Charlie Kirk on and let him talk bad about Martin Luther King in front of him. He that much of a coon. Right, there you go. There you go. Mark gonna be crying like shit. I'm gonna be on motherfucker Skip Bayless talking about how Kaepernick was wrong for kneeling. That's how that. If I'm gonna sell out, Damn it, I'm gonna sell out like Homie the Clown did that time. You you know Rodney King was way out of line. Remember that's what Homie said to totally sell out? You know Rodney King was way out of line. God damn. I'm doing that type of cooling. I don't even know why the Hodge twins are a discussion. Those are YouTube people. Yeah, I go on O'Reilly. Be like, Bill, the rap music is what these children listen to. With these, they listen to rap music, and all they do is glorify violence, degrading women. Oh yeah, I'm going on Vlad too, and I'm snitching. I'm talking about murders I seen. Right, Craig, the fucking gangster rap. Right, name all the podcasts that Coons go no jumper. I'm going all the Sambo. Be right there talking about gangs. Damn right, growing up in DC, it was dope everywhere, man. Man, I remember one time, man, my man had the coke. We had to hide it. He hide the shit up in his ass. Police pull us over and shit. He sitting here. This nigga got all our crack up in his ass. The Young Turks with Anna. Rashad, what you say? Okay, let me see if I can do it. Officer, I don't know much. But what I do know, it was Garrett Logan that lived up there on 4th Street. A lot of people say he has all the guns. I don't know if he has all the guns, but he definitely had the weapon that I had, but I don't have no weapon. No weapon. That's what he said. That was the coolest shit I had ever saw in my life. Greg, hey Craig, he gave the full name too. Notice he gave the first and last name. On the 600 block of 4th Street down there. No, I don't like Art of Dialogue. Y'all told me about him, Spidey. You done told me about him several times, and I believe y'all. So I don't fuck with him. That's the difference between me and y'all. Y'all, you want to know the difference between me and y'all? I be saying to y'all, why y'all listening to them? Stop listening to them. And y'all be like, oh, easy. And go listen to them again. And go watch them again. Then y'all tell me about niggas that I was watching before you told me. But when you told me certain shit, I believe you and won't watch him ever again. I ain't watched all the dialogue till y'all told me he was a Trump supporter. Then I went on Twitter and saw y'all wasn't lying to me. Other people was calling them out. And I said, oh, I'm never watching this shit. So I hit the do not recommend button. He will never come across my feed again because of y'all. I listen to y'all. For real, for real. I only give pushback when I see some Art of Dialogue is a yeah, Art of Dialogue is basically a black version of Vlad TV. I was never at the time. Yeah. Would I go on rolling? Not if I was Coon. I would go on rolling as me. I would go on rolling as me. Mm-hmm. I would go on rolling as me. And guess what? Y'all be fucked up. I probably wouldn't clown them. I'll probably go at them, but I wouldn't clown them. I'll tell them. I'll say certain things. I'll be like, look, I understand because you are more situated in the democratic white establishment. So a lot of the things you say have to suit not only, you know what I'm saying, them, but it also has to, so you got to kind of play both sides. Me, I don't play both sides. Anything that is diametrically opposed to me, I am diametrically opposed to that. The thing about being a brother from ran away is I'm a brother from ran away. Like Denzel say, I'm from ran away. I'm leaving with something. Well, yeah, I wish LB was here, because LB would have got on the Charlie Kirk too. Remember, LB used to talk about Charlie Kirk a lot. LB used to be yeah. So I was thinking about that too. That's why I'm doing rest in peace, LB. That's why I keep going on Charlie Kirk. LB used to call me going on Charlie Kirk. Like, this motherfucker Charlie Kirk, did you hear what he said, bro? Brody, this motherfucker said. LB Sports Talks and Politics. He been on this show before. He used to be in the he been on before. And I used to go on his podcast. I used to go on his channel. He been on this channel before. He used to be in the chat room. He passed. I did a tribute for him. Yeah, LB would have been all over this shit. Like, I don't give a fuck Charlie Kirk got hit. What did you think was gonna happen? Yeah, me too. Rest up, bro. Rest up, man. Well, you won't be seeing Charlie Kirk, LB. I know you won't be seeing him where he's going. So I guess send him a postcard. Stop laughing. Yes, he would have been. Why the fuck are they closing? They closing black school? We didn't have nothing to do with this. Yep. This Bama got what he asked for. He's no longer with us. It's over. He's in the dirt. You know that's what he would have said. He is taking the dirt nap, and he's never gonna come back again. Look. Okay, look. The show I'm Not a Bad Guy. Cause y'all know I do music. Y'all know I do music on this channel. Y'all know I do a lot of music on this channel. I do music on this channel, so the show I'm Not a Bad Guy, I'm gonna go ahead on and play a song for all the Charlie Kirk supporters.
New bitches when I drop a new song. Rules Chris after the homies drop a new op. New sticks for you if you wanna pop off. I got a Ruger nigga weighing finna boot bop. If I see an enemy then it's a shootout. You can throw your best punch, but it's best you don't. You pull up looking for trouble, you get what you want. I know some niggas that will, but I know you won't. I know some niggas that kill, but I know you don't. I used to be in the field like I was Chris Jones. I could bust up your life, but it'll take a second. I could put you on shit that you ain't been on. I could put you on whips that you ain't been in. I could take you on rides you couldn't get on. I was always the out when I didn't fit in. Now all the niggas that blame me, I'm finna shit on. If I told you anything, just know I really meant it. I wanna rap about passing, but it's just been a minute. I wanna rap about nah, cause I ain't really did it. I tried to tell you my story, but you ain't really listen. The only time you was cooking was when you in the kitchen. I was cooking up everywhere trying to make the chicken. My mama told me watch the snakes, I didn't pay attention. I had to pay the consequences because they fucking did it. And don't play with Rimble because he got a gun. And don't play with Smokey because he gotta see me. If we bounce out with choppers, I know you better run. Cause we don't stop shooting until our clips are empty. Niggas silly, pull up and drop them to make them really feel me. Caught a body, I was just praying and hoping God forgive me. Plenty killers, bodies on bodies, they killing plenty niggas. Flipping niggas, make them feel sorry for you can deal with niggas. For real. Until the niggas free, niggas really walking around with thoughts of killing me. Forgive me, God, for them I know. I keep my dick on me, don't go nowhere without my pole. They kill me super free. Hey, keep that shit in drive, don't even park the car. Hey, Ringo, he tripping, he going bar for bar. Hey, they know I'm finished, so they don't even start. Hey, we came a long way from running fades at the park, bitch. Pull up with Glocks with long extensions on them. Yeah, hop out on ops and slaughter your opponent. Yeah, said you was a gangster, and now you gotta show it. Yeah, when I was burning, and now you gotta blow it. No doubt, it's Rimble, but that's besides the point. Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder can't see out the joint. Bitch, I'm with my best friends. These Glocks, but not Stevens and your hands.
That's the stick on me. He used to walk you to the park, we finna get on him. Don't give a fuck if that's your big homie. Get extra points if you knock me out of somebody. Niggas talking about they want me, you just come find me. How we just left a nigga block like him dumbfounded. Lights flashing everywhere, you can go around me. He put up at his mama house, he was a homebody.
The way they done them was just stupid. Slapped a nigga and went partying at the ruthless cook ducks.
Can't go pussy nigga doing too much. All that dick riding and doing neither. But fuck all that at me on Twitter, come out and shoot something. Niggas wolfing, I love to drop in the wop. Catch you moving to his core, did him like Tupac. I hang out with real killers, that's what you not. I'm trying to stuff hundreds of thousands up in shoeboxes. Stink team don't like it, what you gonna do about it? Bitch, I'll be like twice.
I'm a two-timer, shoe shiner, flick of the wrist, look out for a new diamond.
My little nigga wanna whack you, I got his shoe size. Tryna reach for my pieces, nigga, is you high? On my record, I can.
Now listen here, this for the Charlie Kirk fans. I played this song for you, okay? I played this song for you. I want y'all to listen to this part. This last part, this is especially for you.
Never go to Dubai. He's never coming back, and that's that. I said it 2 times.
Let me play that again for y'all.
Thousands up in shoeboxes. Stink team don't like it, what you gonna do about it? Bitch, I'll be like twice. I'm a two-timer, shoe shiner, flick of the wrist, look up on the diamonds. My little nigga wanna whack you, I got his shoe size. Tryna reach for my pieces, nigga, is you high? On my record, I can never go to Dubai.
He's never coming back, and that's that. I said it 2 times. Just in case y'all didn't hear that part.
Bitch, I'll be like twice. face, I'm a two-timer. Shoe shiner, flick of the wrist, look up on your diamonds. My little nigga wanna wax, well, I got the shoe size. Tryna reach for my piece, nigga, is you high? On my record, I can never go to Dubai.
He's never coming back, and that's that. I said it 2 times. Bert. Dre. Boozy. He's never coming back, and that's that. Okay? I said it 2 times. Hell yeah. Let me see here. I got a song for it. This is the song that Charlie Kirk was playing on the way to Utah. Poor guy. His last song he got to hear. It's sad. It's sad. For real. Nah, not that song, but you was close. This was the song they said the man was playing before he left.
Same great taste, more protein, and
Miss
0
that,
grams of
you
sugar.
load it up.
Try the magic for yourself at magicspoon.com.
Nobody eating that shit.
Best stories aren't about where you went, about how you got there.
This what he was playing, I heard.
As I build through the woods of the south side, terror zone, 9 miller, chrome killer moan, cause I trust no snitch. When I feel a dome, feel gone like hell, right through the view. I'm rubbing a fat shack on red boogie, hood, nigga, ooh, watch me bail. Nigga, but you don't see me though, cause I'm rolling fat stacks and all that from my nigga. But taking a puff of the next stuff, and enough that 008 does me. I'm slowly loading up the Uzi, when I lose heat, when it's that dead motherfucker, though, well, what you know, coming through with that murder mode. I heard you know now who's been messing up on the garden block. You either give up the information, nigga, I get shot. So nigga, now what? I get you on a dose of this miller. 24 shots from that mama's baby killer, nigga, that hustler, cat buster. In fact, I'm just a Mac 10, busting them at your chin before I prep, nigga. Welcome to your own, yeah. Nigga, welcome to your own, yeah. Welcome to your own death.
Nigga, welcome to your own death. Nigga, welcome to your own death. Nigga, welcome to your own death. Nigga, welcome to your own death. Hey, some niggas miss my shit. Some niggas don't know me. Niggas don't know my clique. That LOCOG real. Gut cannibal type of shit. Plus, many more caps bust. Any more sacks to roll up. We need that high back. And pull them hijacks and lie back in the cut and roll another fat one up. That one up for low to the random niggas that really don't give a fuck around and get bucked. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I love that song, though. That's my shit, dude. There's a little sick made nigga in all of us. Just, that's all I'll say. But, back to Charlie. Back to Charlie. Damn, Charlie. Damn. Round of applause. He got clapped up. Damn, Chuck. You got fucked up. Damn, Chuck. You got fucked up. Got his ass flipped. Literally. That's fucked up. That is fucked up. I always said his head looked like a catcher's mitt. I always said that. Damn. Hot rocks echo through the ghetto. Hot rocks echo through the ghetto. I'm going to look at it again real quick.
Counting gang violence. Great.
I guess he wasn't counting gang violence. Damn. I guess not including gang violence. Again, that was not a gang that sent them hot rocks. If you squeamish, don't look at this. But if you're not, hot rocks. The man's knot got rocked. That's what I call a knot rocker. Shit, that nigga Nick Fuentes said, I'm scared. That nigga Nick Fuentes said, I'm terrified. Yep, you should be. You run around putting that shit out there too. Radicalizing these young white boys, lying to them. And shit getting worse for them every day. Shit, what you think they could? Hey, I don't condone it, but I understand. What you think they gonna do? You done just alienated them. You done alienated them. Instead of telling them to be nicer, how to talk to women, be more appreciative of things. Instead of telling people to shit like that to better themselves, as the shit that'll overall better you as a person, you tell them that it's the women's fault, there's something wrong with them, they need to get in line. Further pushing it. So now you awkward and you already don't got a good rapport with the women. Then you awkward, funny looking, and standoffish. So now you just sit there, you pent up, you mad. Because the nigga Nick Fuentes said it. He ain't never even had a girlfriend. He ain't had sex. I know. He wasn't even smart enough to know that the little frumpy looking bitch, Just Pearly Things, was trying to throw the pussy at him. He didn't even know that. Yeah, now they scared, Leonard. They scared, Leonard. Now, I'm scared. Why? Right, Leonard. Made a whole Incel army full of weirdos who ain't never busted up. Look, They done made these niggas so weird. They said it's gay to have sex if you not procreating. Have y'all heard that? I have. Have y'all heard that? That is a thing in their community, that if you are having sex with a woman and you not trying to have a baby, that's gay to them. That is a thing to them. Meanwhile, hanging around dudes all the time and hating on women ain't gay. That's why you look at your girl, you look at the lady and say, baby, I love you, because pussy is a wonderful thing. That's what you tell her. So you know how motherfucking many men that went crazy because they just couldn't get none? You know how many wars started because motherfuckers was trying to get some? I'm trying to tell you. Beautiful, dangerous thing. It's dangerous, but it's beautiful. You know how many motherfuckers been floating in the river? I'm telling you. Oh, good. Seriously, that's the type of shit that they do sound down low, don't it? But that's the shit that they on. That look, why you think they turn out the real? Why you think they turn out to be so many? Why you think they turn out to be so gay? They turn out and be gay. You think about all of them end up in some type of gay scandal. Remember the little handicapped white supremacist that was the senator from South Carolina. Remember how his career ended because a video came out of him giving and getting head from a dude. The same dude who was so anti-gay and anti-trans. What was his name? I forgot his name. Madison Caldwell. Thank you. Look, I knew somebody was going to help me out. Because, look, I was going to say, I want to say it was Mason something. It was Madison Caldwell. Thank you. It was Madison. I knew it was a funny name. I wanted to call him Mason. Yeah, because remember, he was supposed to be the next best thing, and then he disappeared. Because remember, he was the hot shot. No, Madison Caldwell. They right with this one. Madison is the one I'm talking about. Bill Frisch might be another one. I ain't saying he wasn't. What I'm saying is that those are, see, Bill Frisch might be another example. Now, the worst they do with the Democrats is that some white man that was with a woman. Remember, like Elliot Spitzer, he couldn't stop being with the prossies. I was like, for real, y'all should leave that man alone. Look, if he for everybody having health care, if he for motherfuckers having a livable wage, I don't care if he worried about nobody. He was about decriminalizing shit. He was saying that the police was racist against black people. It just turned out he was a pervert. He wasn't even like a deviant. He just was a freak. Okay, I don't give a fuck. If I got health care, he could be a freak. Lindsey Graham, he another one. Yeah, if you really notice, the Republicans are anti-gay because all of them really gay. And meanwhile, the Democrats, the worst you can do about them is they actually did have sex with, now Bill Clinton might be the exception, but of course, Bill Clinton is actually a Republican. Bill Clinton is not a Democrat. Bill Clinton is a throwback Dixiecrat. If people don't know, Bill Clinton, throwback Dixiecrat. He's not a Democrat. That's what they was trying to sell when he came in. That's why he did the crime bill. That's why they wasn't trying to say Dixiecrats. And they wasn't trying to call themselves Republicans, even though everything they did was in line with Republicans. With it cutting off welfare to work, all of that shit. All of his shit was Republican ideas. He was saying he knew, oh, I'm tough on crime. No, you a Dixiecrat. You tough on black people. Right. Old school Dixiecrat. And what he did, he got them. Because what you got to understand, Arkansas is full of coons. Yes, coons. If they Democrats, they coons. If they Republicans, they coons. Cheryl Underwood from Arkansas, straight coon. Arkansas, one of them states that's so racist, you either gonna be extreme one way or extreme the other, because they program you like that. Arkansas, it's embedded in the school system. You do? Yeah, it's embedded in their school system though. Man, you know how many massacres happen in Arkansas that they just cover up and make them black people forget? His whole neighborhoods over old neighborhoods that used to be all black neighborhoods, now they all white. The people that used to live there is buried under the ground. Pine Bluff is one of the spots that they did it. Right, Elaine. But it wasn't just Elaine. That's why you think, hey, it's 17 all white enclaves out there. Most of them concentrated in Arkansas. A lot of people don't know that. When we got whole states that just don't have nothing but white people. Wyoming, Utah, the Dakotas. Arkansas is the place where, remember, one of the white dude before this white dude, he left the Dakotas, came to Arkansas, and was it Leaf? Was it Leaf, Arkansas, where he made his white people concentration camp? And now they making another one. Right, it's whole states like Maine and Idaho, but that's not good enough. Because the Razorback state got cotton. So they bought niggas there. Well, you know, Washington State got areas like Tacoma that's black. Rhode Island got areas that's black, like Providence. In certain areas that's black. Oregon was supposed to be a whole white state. Right. Jerry Jones came out of Arkansas. Right. Tacoma, Seattle got a big black section. Because I know people from Rhode Island. I know black people from there. The state as a whole, though, I just had somebody from Florida who left Seattle. It was like, no, it's not enough black people for them. Yeah, Bobby Madison Caldwell was. He was gay as hell. Yeah, the thing is, Washington is a left-leaning state. And it's a lot of them. Dude, you don't have to take that, dude. You about to get me beat by the police. If you don't get your arugula eating ass away from me. No, dude, I'll go to jail. I'm not letting that shit happen. You're going to get the fuck away from him. Motherfucker, you about to get me killed. I literally had an argument with one of my white friends like that before, back in the day. One of the white people I call a friend. Because he free. I said, motherfucker, you about to get me killed. The cop was fucked up. At the argument, we had heat on this cop's ass. I'm like, motherfucker, but the cop was fucking with me. I don't like how you abuse your fucking power. You're gonna leave him the fuck alone, man. He's waiting for me, man. I said, Jim, calm down, man. No, dude. No. Fuck that. I don't like. You're not gonna be a... No, Var. No, seriously. Fuck that, dude. Who the fuck do you think you are? I don't like that shit, man. Sir, calm. His whole demeanor changed. With me, he was aggressive, about to take my motherfucking ID. Jim just rolls up. Hey, dude, what the fuck are you doing? I got 2 ounces of weed I'm about to sell this white motherfucker. You would think he would want to be low-key. No. I'm like this. Jim, I'm about to die. What are you doing? Jim like, no, dude. The cop gets in his car and leaves. Like that, man, don't ever fuck that, LeVar. You don't have to take that, man. Jim, give my money and get the fuck on out of here. I'll talk to you later. All right, dude, I'll see you at the house. True story. That's not a lie. I told you I like my white people white. You can be white around me.
Hey, man.
Nah, no. Talk to me like you talk to your mom. Oh, fuck. I'm telling you, y'all. Man. Right, Rand. They do. So you know they don't care about no cop. Man, Jim, look, he saw me on TV going on the Peckerwood. He called, dude, that's fucking great. Cuss their racist ass out. They never call me a thug. The fuck makes you a thug? dude, you take care of your fucking son, your nephews and niece. Do they know who the fuck? Great job, man. I said, what you saw? I'm watching it on TV, man. Damn right. One of my biggest, one of my first supporters put his... Rand. See, I ain't never had none of them do that. I had them do this. Well, I was fucking bitch. And hang up. That's your mother, right? The fuck wrong with you? She's just a stupid bitch, man. No bullshit. Yeah, okay. You know the bitch better than I. Spidey, you know me. I'm not the type to sit there and tell you, you know the bitch better than I do. This how you know if you got a quote-unquote white friend. They will take you to their family. You'll know their family. And you'll immediately get to understand why they are like they are. For real. It's going to be two types of parents. It's going to be, she going to be condescendingly nice. But you going to see, like, she feels awkward that he brought a black person home. Think about it. You will say, okay, I see what he's saying. Because she acting weird. She acting real weird. It's because you're black. And they'll tell you it's because you're black. She's acting stupid, man. Fucking bitch. Then, it's the other crazy white boy. You got to get away from them types. Their mother give you cookies. All of the, like Tariq said, Rice Krispie treats. All of that. She, oh, hey, LeVar. All of that shit. That I've experienced it. I had to be grown and have to like move and be certain places for it to happen it because it wasn't enough of them in the city for me for that experience to happen. But I've experienced it, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why you treat your mother like that? And it's just some weird shit because she ain't want to be with his crazy ass abusive dad. And he resent her for that. What y'all think about it? I want y'all to think about everything I just broke down. I want y'all to think about everything I broke down. If you have white friends, you have, not like Bert, just reminiscing in the chat room for nothing about people we don't know. I'm talking about reminisce now, like Bert doing in the chat. Don't do like Bert. And put the whole experience in the chat about people we don't know, don't care about, ever gonna meet. Anyway, but reminisce like Bert did and go, damn, you right. That white boy was crazy. That's why I stopped fucking with him. He was mad at his mother. She was a sweetheart. Or you gonna be like, damn, hold up. Now that I think about it, that bitch was jive weird. And he told me she was weird. And later on, some shit gonna happen where you gonna like one of my white friends I had, Matt. the one who had the racist mom that he called a bitch, him, because that's how I met Jim through Matt. That's normally how you meet white friends. If you get one white friend, you'll normally get two white friends because you got one white friend. Because they got white friends. And there's some white friends that's going to come around you, and there's some white friends you'll never meet. You better know that about white people. It's a reason. And that's why I'm so hard on white people. Because I know from my own experiences, y'all know. Y'all know. Y'all know. Y'all know what the fuck we be talking about. You just scared to say something because it's your mom or dad. And that's when I don't fuck with you. That's when I don't fuck with you. You better call. I don't give a fuck about your father or you, but you better call a redneck chicken shit ass out for the stupid shit they tried to put in you and the fucked up predicament they put us all in with that stupid shit they was representing and trying to repeat through you. You better call that shit out. And I'm telling y'all, that's how you, for real. I'm telling y'all, y'all laugh at this shit. Yes, the good ones admit it. The ones you could trust admit it, Felix. Adam Cray, I listen to him all the time. He say it all the time. Dean and Parker, they say it all the time. They say it's hard for you not to be. The way the system's set up, it tries to make you. I knew you was behind. I was saying some of the stuff he was commenting to. I said, she gonna get a second. She gonna refresh. Yeah, look at the white people be on Dr. Richie's channel. They block me all the time. I said, I'm a black man commenting on what happened to black men, and y'all telling me how to respond. And that's not racist. They block me. Every profile I got is blocked on Dr. Richie. Every profile. Anytime I try to talk, I'm going to get blocked. So, yay. That part, yay. All of them are. They can't help but to be. Answer this for me, Felix. If your whole breed, answer me this, Felix, your whole family line literally was conceived off of famine, bitter cold, nothing being able to grow. You were scared of fire. You ate raw meat. You lived in a cave. When you got out of the cave, you fought for 2,000 years in the ice and in the cold against other white people. While black people were circumnavigating the world, it's been proven. Inventing wheels and chariots, it's been proven. Sciences, libraries, universities, and came in and helped them. They went out and did what they do best. Pillage and take, because they didn't have much. So when you see an apple in a place where apples can't, and you from a place where apples can't grow, you like, wow, we got food on trees. Whoa. And you don't even have the concept of the fact that all you do is maintain the land and it'll come back. You only used to everything dying and it not being enough. That's why white people worried about the world being overpopulated. It's land that we ain't even been on yet in the world. Shit, in the world, in America. It's places in Maryland. We ain't even, they cut all the trees down and then you see all the different animals run around. But that's still land you've never been on. And white people worry about the population and talk about we gonna run out of shit. Yeah, with you in charge, we are, because you don't know how to produce anything. You never did. A few of you learned, but not enough of you learned. That's why you having this problem now. Why you ain't got, how you got a farm and don't got no workers? You gotta go. Black people, notice the black farmers are not crying about all their Spanish workers gone. All the shit that the black farmers been through, the one thing they not crying about is, hey man, all my Spanish workers gone. Yeah, Juan, that's when we went in. You was late. When we went into Europe, when the Moors went into Europe and gave them a bath, cleaned them up, gave them light, showed them how to built their castles, helped build their roads and their societies, helped teach them a language. And then November 25th, 1491, that's when they evicted all of the Moors. They eat a dish called Mortos Cristianos. It's black beans and rice. It's to celebrate when they got the niggas, basically, out of Europe. And guess what? Every Hispanic or Latino place eats black beans and rice to this day. And if you ask a Puerto Rican, they'll tell you they call it that. Some of them know why, others don't. I know. I got one of them to say, he was like, man, you know a lot of shit. I said, I know. I said, I ain't stupid. I know who the fuck I am. I'm gonna be like Neely Fuller. I'm still learning. I'm still a baby. I ain't learned all the shit I need to learn yet. So ask yourself, if all of your life you have built and structured what you have off of race, it would be inherent It would be racism now. Now you got racism on autopilot. So you ain't even really gotta do nothing. All you gotta do is exist. The system does it for you. Long as you don't do nothing to disrupt it, you a part of it, you good. So yes, any white person born in this system who does nothing to change or correct the wrongs that have been done are inherently racist, because by proxy they are partisan. Their inactivity is activity. There's no other way. Your inactivity is activity. This shit is on autopilot. Yeah. Yeah, they like to change shit like the Civil Rights Bill. All they did was fit their agenda. Know why? Why? Now these niggas don't own no businesses. They just gonna bring all their money to us. Now they don't own nothing. Now when I want to buy all this land up, I ain't got to really buy it. The nigga already sold his stuff. Right, and then that too. That's basically what they doing with Charlie Kirk. They changing the narrative to fit his agenda. Oh, he was just talking about opinions. Man, look, it first of all, it ain't no debate about my humanity if I'm a human being. If I'm a Hispanic dude, I'm not even Hispanic. But it's like this. If I'm a Hispanic dude and you got motherfucker on the radio 24/7 talking about I'm vermin and I need to be deported because I'm sucking up all the resources. Hold up, that's my humanity. We not going to debate that. I'm not doing all of that. What you Gray say now, if you want to talk about, hey man, immigration might have a strain on the financial situation in America. Well, we can have that debate. But not I ain't a human, I'm here raping and killing. If I'm Hispanic, man, I'm not, no, we not debating that. And when you spreading that, that's not just words. That's an antagonistic viewpoint painting me as a threat. I know, Felix, because you hang around a lot of coons. But I done seen a few coons doing it too, Felix. And that's what I'm saying. How you feel about that? As a Latina, as my Latina cousin, what's going on, man? Tell me how you really feel. Because I know some of, oh, see, Bert be around a bunch of coons too. See? Bert seen a bunch of coons. Don't tell me how you really feel, Felix. You've been in part of this situation with us for a minute. You know how we keep it 100. How you feel about them doing that? What you think they are as a Latino? When you see Latinas like you agree with it, tell me what you think. They said when they were coming to America and they were calling them yay. Right, Felix. That's what they trying to do. They trying to turn them into a martyr. But the thing is, you got people like me, you, Bert, nah, I'm not having that. And guess what else? You got the internet, which is forever. The problem is, all of the, even though they trying to scrub it, we done already recorded too much of the vile shit. He done said too much shit where you got to erase everything he did. The only thing, look, pretty soon, only things gonna be on his show is I'm Charlie Kirk. I'm Charlie. They were like, this nigga never said nothing. Right. And then Donald Trump, you piece of shit. So you come on Fox this morning after doing that antagonistic shit, and you knew the whole situation. You knew everything that happened. You knew the boy got caught. And you ain't making an apology. You know what? I was wrong. Turns out, this guy was a supporter of mine. I'ma tell all supporters of mine now. Knock this shit off. For real. And he Donald Trump. He could have said it just like that. I'm going to say it here on Fox News. Y'all knock that shit off. That does not represent what I'm about. That's how much of a piece of shit Donald Trump is. He could get away from Epstein right now. This would be his moment to be a president. If he come out and say, look, the political violence has gotten, even if he go on both sides, people gonna be mad. What? On both sides, but redneck's gonna have plausible deniability because he gonna at least sound like a president. All he gotta go is, it ain't no place for domestic terrorists, no matter who it is. And this guy gonna get the justice he deserves. I don't want nobody who supports me to think in any way I condone this type of behavior. I think it's gone too far, and maybe I was wrong. Maybe I need to talk to my people, and if that's the case, I'm talking to you now. I love you. He can do all of that shit. I love you. I'm with you. But we can't do it like this. And it'll be dog whistly than a motherfucker. But it'll work. It would work. But he blowing his moment. And it's too late to do that now. Because you just came on Fox News playing coy about you knew what was going on. You know what's... So now, you should have came out and said, well, let me begin with this. I said some things the other night before I even knew what was going on. I had my assumptions and I was wrong, and stuff like that could lead to more harm to other people, and I ain't trying to do that. For real, he could ham it up like a motherfucker. He could ham it up like a motherfucker. He just missed this moment. Dumb motherfucker. He could ham it up. He could bring up the shooting in Colorado. He dumb. He dumb. Just dumb. Right. But George Bush wasn't that articulate, bro, but he still knew how to take advantage of a tragedy. Damn. Man, your approval ratings will go up, because then you always going to have Morning Joe who going to sanitize you. Look, Donald Trump is capable of showing you he's a real president. I'm telling you. Dumb cracker. He's a dumb devil. He's a dumb devil. This could be his time. He could still be deporting people and all of that. And all the Republicans will be doing is pointing to, well, look how he handled the Charlie Kirk situation. He could still be doing all that old dumb shit he doing. Very last bit of it. But he could play right on this one. But that's how you know this motherfucker a scumbag. He want everything. Shit, I hope so, bro. I hope so, man. I swear I hope so. I know me. My faith in man is very, 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 very slim. To the point where it don't exist. Yeah, my faith in man is slim. Y'all notice how many trolls I done had over the last few days because I done said Charlie Kirk, man? Y'all notice that? Look, Google even hiding some of my video reviews. But y'all said y'all can still see it. That's all that matter to me. I want y'all to think about that. Y'all know Charlie Kirk was friends with the president. And the president got his thumb over all the social media networks. Y'all know Charlie Kirk was still, like Harvey said, on YouTube, which means he had a relationship and a contract, and he was allowed to say all his shit on YouTube and Google. So you know, all us talking shit, they don't like this right now. You can't tell me it's that many trolls that all of a sudden, you know, got a dog with, hey, LVZ live. What? Bougie Bobby been subbed to me for 5-6 years. How the fuck she couldn't even get a notification that I was going live the last few days? But all these white people randomly found my channel. I've been under shadow ban to the point where I done had people see me on Lisa Cabrera. I can't comment from this channel on Lisa's channel. For some reason, it always disappears. So, and Lisa's like, you're not blocked. I can't find it. And I know I'm not. It's something that they did. Listen here, y'all. It's to the point, it's so bad. I go on Lisa's channel, people be like, I'll put a link in the description. My subs will go up, then they go back down. But all of a sudden, some random white guy can see my video. I was always supposed to be getting thousands and hundreds of thousands of views. I always was supposed to be doing that. I was doing that in the beginning. Y'all remember, in the beginning, my average was like 20,000 after a while. If I did a skit video where I put the clips in the movie, if I did a Ray Lewis, it'd hit 1 million. Certain impressions I do, certain Sky Daddy joints I do, come on, man. I was killing it. So they already knew. I already knew. I was like, man, any video I do, people gonna be looking for me regardless. Man, how in the fuck they find me? Man, no. I know what's going on. I know what's going on. I ain't paranoid. You know what be happening. And it starts shuffling anybody to my shit. But it be backfiring. Cause it be trying to send it out to anybody. And it'll send it out to white folks who agree with the shit I'm saying. A lot of times it backfire. Cause you just saw the dude say, the brother from Philly said, I don't even know how the fuck I got here. He said, I don't even know how the fuck I got here, but cool. I rose with you. The white dude said it. Jeffrey Shark said it. Jeff said it. He said, man, I don't even know how the fuck you showed up in my feed. But I'm right here with you, brother. Fuck Charlie Kirk. Just like they did that shit with the Hulk Hogan joint. It backfired. They just boosted my views. All they gonna do is take all my subs. That's all they gonna do. They gonna keep people gonna keep missing when I go live, and then after a while they gonna unsubscribe a certain amount of people. Hell, I got people still commenting on videos I did 5 and 6 years ago. Seriously, I got motherfuckers commenting on shit I did 2017, 2018. They still making comments on that video. But the views don't go up. Yeah, and I did one the day before yesterday. I know I hadn't been doing one for a while, but everybody been saying the same shit. Like, hold up. And I was like, hold on now. The last few days I've been active. Hella active. And I know what's going on because it happened with me. It's because I be on YouTube, so I catch it. But they'll tell me Lisa live, and then I go to the joint, and it be 3 hours or 3 days ago. Like, Lisa, now I got it where it tell me when she's exactly going live. Shit, it don't even tell me when Torian do videos. But again, I be on YouTube, so I see it. I'm like, okay. When I go on my alias jump, it still don't pop up. So talking and grubbing. Talking to grubbing. Didn't I say he was gonna be a Trump supporter? Didn't me and Harvey say he was gonna be a Trump supporter? Damn it, Mom. You okay? You sure? Hold on, let me get her. Huh? What's up? Oh, nah, I thought you were saying something. Hold on, let me get him. Bari! Did you wash up and stuff? Why you ain't got no clothes on? The CEO of YouTube is a Trump supporter. Shit, the CEO of Google is too. So yeah, right. So notice that mean they a fan of Charlie Kirk. Look, Greg, go get dressed. Look, Turning Point USA. All that shit on YouTube got millions of views. He's allowed to say whatever.
What's up, family? White supremacist and far-right-wing commentator Nick Fuentes is facing major blowback online after grieving over the death of right-wing political activist and media personality Charlie Kirk Wednesday at an outdoor speaking engagement at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. Fuentes, an extreme radical who leads the American First Movement, also known as the Guamper Army, lamented the horrific killing of Kirk by an unknown gunman, calling it a nightmare and saying he feels gutted and devastated, even though his live stream broadcasts and commentaries promote hatred and violent rhetoric. Fuentes has used his platforms to spread racist and misogynistic ideologies. Earlier this year, he reportedly made comments encouraging violence against women. He also stated that white people are justified in being racist. He was at the Capitol during the January 6th riot and advocated for blanket pardons for those charged. He also called for the execution of people he believed are part of the globalist media. He was instrumental in spreading misinformation and falsehoods from the 2020 election, saying that it was stolen. Critics have accused him of obscuring his bigotry and sarcasm and irony, as they point out that the racist Fuentes has helped draw younger, more mainstream conservative audiences into his extremist ideologies. This feels like a nightmare, Fuentes cried in a post on X. One of the most horrific things I've ever seen. I feel absolutely gutted and devastated. Pray for Charlie Kirk's soul, his young family, and for our country, he continued. The violence and hatred has to stop. Our country needs Christ now more than ever. Fuentes added this after spreading violent and hate-filled speeches for years. Many people pointed out the hypocrisy of Nick Fuentes, as Shelby E. pointed out in the Atlanta Black Star. By the way, great article, Shelby. Family, this dude has to be on drugs. Like his buddy, he spent every waking moment, every chance he got on a mic, every time he had an audience, to spew hate, to promote racism, division, negativity. That's all he's about.
Yep.
And now,
he's
our
scared.
nation needs Christ more than ever.
Nah, Nick. Nick scared than a motherfucker. Nick scared. Nick scared. Nick ass is scared. They said it was political slogans on some of the guns. That's what they said. They said that earlier. I caught something where somebody said that. I said, that. Let me hear what's going on.
Reporting live from Rappers Club in Atlanta for Comedy Act News, I'm John Alpha. On Wednesday, September 10th, the nation would end up witnessing the shooting of conservative figure Charlie Kirk as he spoke to a group of college students at Utah Valley University. Now, footage of the shooting was shocked many online as they would see the very moment Kirk was shot in the neck by a high-powered gun, causing instant trauma. He would be rushed to a nearby SUV and taken to a hospital about 7 minutes away and would later be pronounced dead.
Are they gonna call him a kid?
Where you are in politics, some saw Charlie
The dude ain't
as
that
a
old.
necessary
Are they
voice,
gonna call him a
while others
kid?
would see him as a controversial figure whose views divided people and attacked marginalized groups. So with that, his death would spark a flood of commentary online, as in recent times he has become a viral political voice, since being featured on several online programs and becoming known for his debate-style content. Now, a part of the conversation taking place, many...
No playing, Mark. Serious. Mark, every time a white person shoots something up, he can be 28 years old and they call him a kid. No, I ain't talking about Charlie Kirk. I'm talking about the white dude, the young white dude who shot him. Are they gonna call him a kid? Y'all misinterpreted what I was saying. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about Charlie Kirk, y'all. I'm talking about the dude who shot him. You know how every other time somebody, you like, he 25. He was just a kid. Remember they was trying to say Daniel Penny was a kid? Are they gonna call this dude a kid to try to lighten it up?
Have raised a question on how should someone who has been accused of hateful views, death, be treated. Several well-known black voices who saw Kirk's views as attacks on them and those who look like them have now spoken out. Dear Hughley would instantly take to his Instagram and his other social media accounts to share his reaction. Now, part of his reaction, Hughley would reshare several clips of Kirk's statements. One of his comments in particular would stand out as it ironically showcases Kirk explaining how he felt gun deaths were necessary.
I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights.
For his caption part of the video, Dio would write, in his own words, the power of life and death is in the tongue. Now, as mentioned, many people are asking, how should someone like Kirk's passing be seen, given that he has offended so many with his views? Now, Hughley would later release a video of him calling out those who are supporters of Kirk for now wanting others to show empathy, even though it is something that they haven't practiced themselves.
His last words were gang violence. But we know what it was because we know who it wasn't. 3 words let you know they weren't black. It was Utah and at large. Now, if Charlie Kirk, we're looking at a situation with Charlie Kirk, would he say he was the victim of crime or white-on-white violence? Because with Charlie Kirk always talked about was how many black people killed black people. But he never talked about how many white people killed white people. DL would then follow that up with a second video in which he would point out the irony that Kirk was not killed by the black criminals he would always reference during debates. And back on his Instagram, Hughley would also stand against how President Trump is honoring Kirk with half-raised flags. A part of the resharing of the news of Trump honoring Kirk, Hughley would write, but he ordered the flags that were at half-mast for the Pope to be raised. Again, we haven't lowered flags for innocent children who have been unalived. He didn't order the flags lowered for Congresswoman Horton. It is a tragic event, yes. Does it deserve that ceremony? You know the answer to that. Now, Hughley was not the only notable voice to give their reaction to Kirk's killing. Activist Tariq Nasheed would send out a now viral message on X just as a potential suspect was arrested by authorities on location. Nasheed would go on to write, Charlie Kirk goes around to campuses talking about how violent black people are. His social media timeline goes on and on about how violent black people are. And in the middle of his speech discussing black gang violence, Charlie gets shot by a white man. As far as the latest around the shooting, the FBI has just confirmed that the shooter, who appears to be of college age, is still at large, and that a gun that they claim was used in the shooting has been recovered. So let's talk about it more in the comments below. What are your thoughts about this recent shooting?
I said that already. He went to one of the whitest states in the union to shit on black people and get shot by a white person. La la D, right? What you just said. And he 22 years old. Let me hear what Lucas look like. He laughing. Let me hear what his young ass is.
I'm not gonna ever be what I was ever again. As much as they think there's no hope.
What's up, Dan?
Jira is now for all teams, especially marketing teams waiting on final engineering updates. So
I'm not shocked.
Launch campaign. Finally.
I'm not
What
shocked.
about that black on black crime, though? Oh, my goodness. First things first, let's give a round of applause to Kash Patel and the FBI for showing the American people how grossly incompetent you guys are. So
Yeah. The father had to solve the
that
case.
round of applause is for the FBI because these idiots had nothing. They didn't have any fingerprints. They didn't have any names. They didn't have any locations. All the images they had were like 3 pixels. These people are absolutely grossly incompetent. Kash Patel is the dumbest person on this planet, possibly, okay? Because the last dumbest person is no longer here. Damn. But Kash Patel then goes on in a press conference, bruh, if you can believe this, goes on to say, well, to my friend, we got it here, and I'll see you in Valhalla.
To my friend Charlie Kirk. Rest now, brother. We have the watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla.
What? Valhalla? What? What are you talking about, Valhalla, bruh? Like, where did he even...
What is that?
Where did he even come up with that, Valhalla? Was he off of, like, playing Assassin's Creed or something and just came up with Valhalla? Wasn't Charlie Kirk a Christian, a Catholic, quote-unquote, Protestant, whatever? And you'll tell him you'll see him again in Valhalla?
Valhalla? What the fuck does that mean?
If y'all, I just find it hilarious that every single accusation is a confession. They're screaming and hollering about DEI and how people are in positions that they're not qualified for, as literally you have a simpleton, a 5'3" midget, Kash Patel, who's in a position that he's not qualified for, talking about I'll see you in Valhalla. Bro, I want to talk on a serious note, because we have to, we have to lower the temperature.
And I think it's serious what has recently happened with this kid named Tyler Robinson, I believe is his name, allegedly. And I think we need to have a moment of silence for Tyler Robinson. We need to show empathy for this kid, because you have to understand that he's probably going through a lot right now. To be turned in by your own father, right, have some type of, childhood trauma that's attached to it. And I think it's very harmful that anyone would wish harm or ill will upon Tyler for making a simple mistake. Okay, this is a young kid. He's 22. We all make mistakes, do we not? All right. You tell me, as the scripture says, the person without sin, you cast the first stone at Tyler. All right. Tyler made a honest mistake. Okay, we don't even know if he's actually the person. He's alleged to be the person, but we need to have a moment of silence for Tyler, because he's probably going through a lot. There's a lot that he has to unpack emotionally. So there's a lot that his family is probably going through as well, despite his traitorous father.
Yeah.
Just a moment of silence, just to give empathy for Tyler Robinson. Thank you.
Someone cooked here.
Having said that, as I said in the intro, what about that black on black crime, though, right? You can't make this up, bro. How many times I've been warning these people? How many times I've been warning the lineage of evil? How many times I've been warning the white ignorance? I've been telling y'all for the longest. I brought up the Lyndon B. Johnson quote literally almost in every video that I talk about the lineage of evil, letting you guys know that your own hatred, your own venom is poisoning you. You drinking venom thinking it's gonna hurt black people. That is not what's going on. Sure enough, we have Tyler Robinson. He came from a two-parent household. Charlie Kirk, if you're watching this video, I'm sure you are. Charlie, if you're watching this video, and I'm sure you are, Tyler Robinson came from a two-parent household. I know you were like the king of black people on black stats. You said that the issue was with the culture of the one-parent house.
Why is this nigga talking to the ground? Why he doing the same shit I did yesterday? I said, well, let me talk to Charlie. Hey, Charlie, look. Everybody look at the ground and say something to Charlie.
Household in the black community. Tyler came from a two-parent household, a loving two-parent household. They were pro-American, pro-Republican, pro-Trump. For those who don't know, he actually had a MAGA Halloween costume. Just so he had a MAGA Halloween costume, Charlie. Oh, and they loved guns. They taught, his father was a sheriff, if I'm not mistaken. His father was a sheriff, and he taught him guns at an early age. At an early age, Charlie. So, if you can tell me how that fits into the equation, I would greatly appreciate it. All right? Thank you.
He's out of line, but he's right.
So for those of you who's out there as well, if you can tell me how that works, because it seems to go against everything Charlie Kirk was saying about black people. So that only leads me to the conclusion, well, are you guys born that way? Is that what I'm saying? Because I don't want to go that route, but that's what Charlie Kirk would go, right? That's what he would say. Charlie Kirk was a problem giver. He wasn't a solution giver. He was a problem giver. He would talk about black people very disparagingly. All this black on black crime, gang violence, right? I believe that was his last word. But all of this, and we come to find out little Timmy, or little Tyler in this case, loving parents, husband and wife in the household, all about, God, all about Republicans, all about America, went to school, did good grades, all of this. So, can you explain that one to me? I'm just all ears. Because it seems that what I've been telling you guys is accurate. That if you look at all the black criminals, that it has to do with many cases it can be explained, whether through financial, whether through as far as the area that they're in, influence, a negative influence of the culture that's not even theirs. It's a culture such that Charlie Kirk and his donors actually perpetuated and honestly profited off of, okay? So I just want to be clear that that's very interesting that when you look at a lot of these Tylers out there, that they all come from a two-parent household. They don't suffer from poverty. They all love God and Jesus, okay? And they're all as they say. And somehow, one or another, they eventually lead to crime. But you ready for the cherry on top of this delicious sundae? Is that they actually went out of their way to try to blame black people. I kid you not. I don't know. These people are sick. They're sick in the head. Bro, he goes on to talk about, well, you see, Utah people, we didn't do any riots. We didn't, no looting going on.
I want you to look at how Utahns reacted the last 2 nights. There was no rioting. There's no looting. There were no cars set on fire. There's no violence. There were vigils and prayers and people coming together to share the humanity.
Against who?
ExxonMobil Low Carbon Solutions is making a big impact with the
Who the fuck are they fighting back against?
Together we can achieve a smaller.
And I'm like, bruh, are you serious? Are you serious right now? They somehow find a way to do mental gymnastics to try and vilify or blame black people. I mean, you might as well just come out and say, look at what BLM did. And I find it hilarious that we're trying to equate the state taking the life of a citizen versus a white kid doing what he did, we'll say. I don't think that's anywhere near the same. I don't know what to tell you. And ironic enough, your focus is on black people yet again. Now, I don't know what to tell you, but I believe the saying is, if you don't learn, history will repeat itself. So unless you want history to repeat itself, perhaps y'all should start focusing on the white community, okay? Y'all have all these black statistics. 30-50, you know, the white people are 12 times. The last few school incidents, we had the naval incident, we just had a Kirk incident. It's been white. From my understanding, 80% of your deaths are from white. So you can, I know it's cute, right?
It's getting higher than
I know you get
80%.
points from the other racist friends when you talk about George Floyd and everything, but George Floyd didn't do this.
Yeah.
So I think you guys need to take some time to focus on the white community and get black people's name out of your freaking mouth. That's what you should do. Or better yet, we'll say this. How about we just get over it? We gotta move forward. That's what I'll say about all of this. We gotta get over it and move forward.
As much as anybody can be, it's a very terrible thing that happened. And it's just horrible to see that happening. That's just horrible. So surprising to see it here. But we have to get over it. We have to move forward.
Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not you believe, oh, you guys, it's not funny. This is not funny. It's not funny. And you know what? Black on black crime is real. Or if you believe, what does black on black crime have to do about this?
About this.
Okay. Well, you still have that, right? I guess you can still talk about black on black crime. Knock yourself out.
Yep, I ain't gonna stop this.
No pun intended, of course. Nevertheless, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment. If you have a disagreement, well, you know where to find me. Thursday through Saturday, disagreement day. Number on screen, you call in, we duke it out. But as I was saying, like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think. And subscribe. And all that fun stuff. Man. My
Mm-mm-mm.
48 hours of non-stop blaming the liberals when there was zero suspect that had been arrested. They had no identity. Fox News, right-wing influencers, right-wing politicians, kanks. The president of the United States unilaterally combined their message and blamed liberals. Well, as it turns out, the call was coming from inside the house the whole time, as is the case often with shooters. They're typically white, right-wing men. And I want to explain to the listener and to Pumps kind of what I've been researching all morning about the identity of this shooter, Tyler Robinson, and how the right wing alters off into these really crazy, very dangerous white nationalist echo chambers within the MAGA movement. So let's just start with just a little bit of kanks bashing here.
She calls Donald Trump kanks. I forgot, she called him cankles mix some shit. Make small dick or some shit like that.
You know, he was asked how he's doing because he referred to Charlie Kirk like a son to him, and here he is this morning on the White House lawn.
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks. They just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House. This is something that is done.
So with the helicopter, you couldn't really hear it, but the reporter says, with all this Charlie Kirk stuff, how are you holding up? And he said, very good. They've started my ballroom. All right. Trump's biggest supporters is Laura Loomer. Like, she goes hard in the paint for kanks. She gets people fired. She calls people out online. She has been instructing everybody the last 48 hours that she's making
that
a
motherfucker
list
say
of left-wing people
that
the left need
that's
to go
fucked up.
after
He
because,
caught a hot one.
this is war.
You see they build
prior to the murder of Charlie Kirk, she put this up. I don't ever want to hear at Charlie Kirk 11 claim he is pro-Trump ever again. After this weekend, I'd say he has revealed himself as a political opportunist, and I've had a front row seat to witness the mental gymnastics these last 10 years. Lately, Charlie has decided to behave like a charlatan, claiming to be a pro-Trump one day while he stabs Trump
we're
in the
not
back
celebrating,
next.
we're just indifferent, in other words.
So that
what else is going on? When's
and
the
then
way?
there's another far-right wing influencer named Nick
Fight
Fuentes.
tomorrow.
You've probably seen clips of his. Nick has this movement called Groypers, Groypers, and the Groypers are like the anti-Charlie Kirk, and this is very racist, very white nationalist, very niche. When you get into the MAGA hatosphere, it has all of these little subcults, and I believe that this is where Tyler Robinson had been spending his time on places like 4chan, and all of these things collide. Also, it was reported that Tyler followed Loomer on some of these sites. I don't know if it is X or whatever, but here is Nick Fuentes talking about Charlie Kirk a couple of weeks, I believe the timeline is correct, a couple of weeks before the murder.
Kirk, he said when Israel started attacking Iran, he said, we need to stay out of it. Yeah. But then, when we got involved, he said, well, we need to stay out of it offensively because we were shooting down Iran's missiles. And then Trump said, we may have to bomb their nukes. And Charlie Kirk said, well, Trump always said we were going to bomb their nukes. He said they can never get a bomb. So we're okay with that offensive action. Then Trump did it, and the next day said on True Social, regime change comes from the bottom up. And Charlie Kirk said, well, some regime changes are okay. And you see how over 2 weeks, he kind of strung everybody along. And we started with, we need to stay out of it, to, well, we bomb them offensively, that's okay. And maybe some regime change we're okay with.
Like the goalpost keeps changing.
Yes, and people fall for it.
So I want to say, anything that Nick Fuentes says, none of that, people getting into these groups warrant what happened to Charlie Kirk. I'm just trying to set the psychological soil of what this kid was going in, because for the layman, we see, oh, MAGA, they're a cult, they're all united. But within the cult, there are fissures. And there's specifically this massive fissure between Nick Fuentes' followers that are called groypers. And then Charlie Kirk, who Fuentes thinks
And
Charlie
make sure you
Kirk
bring
is a
some underwear and
fascist
stuff so you
and a
can take your
fake
shower
conservative.
so you
So
be
he thinks
clean
he's a
at school.
poser, right? And so then
Well, get your
Fuentes told his
uniform.
followers recently, put this up, Kylie. He says, to all of my followers, if you take up arms, I disavow you, I disown you in the strongest possible terms. This is not what we're about. So he is aware that the groypers are a part of this. And here's, I want to do
Bye,
a
y'all.
screenshot of what a groyper is so we can all
I'll see
understand
you
it.
later,
The
Mom.
groypers, sometimes called the Groyper Army, are a group of alt-right, white nationalist and Christian nationalist activists led by Nick Fuentes. Members of the group have attempted to introduce alt-right politics into mainstream conservatism in the United States and participated in the January 6th United States Capitol attack and the protests leading up to it. They have targeted other conservative groups and individuals
Damn.
whose agenda they
That was your best one right there, Lala.
and insufficiently
That was vicious
nationalist.
right
That's
there.
what they think of Charlie Kirk. The
He
Groyper
loved the
movement has been
vision, but
described
got
as
his
white
ass
nationalist,
subtracted.
homophobic, nativist, fascist,
That was some
sexist,
G shit right
anti-Semitic,
there.
in an attempt to rebrand
God
the
damn,
declining
I like that one.
alt-right movement. Okay, so you may remember the story, Pumps, about there was trans symbols and
I don't
Antifa
know.
symbols with
It's
the
on.
shooter.
It be on
You
Twitter
would think that the FBI would know
and
about
Rumble,
all of these dark, right-wing
but he'll still be on here.
groups and what kind of
He
symbolism
be on
they
Twitter
use.
and Rumble, but he be on
I
my
guess
channel.
ever since Cash Money, Ching Ching, took over the FBI, they don't know this stuff. And so here is a screen grab of somebody asking Grok, which this is right in the Death Star, the AI of Elon Musk, okay, about these symbols and how it attaches to the shooter. Somebody asked Grok, in your opinion, Grok, what do these symbols track his political beliefs in? Grok says, in my view, these inscriptions on the camo cases, and here's what they said, you guys. Notices bulges, OWO, oh, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow, Chow. Catch this fascist. And if you're reading this,
Alright,
you're
man.
gay, LMAOOOO, aren't random or left-leaning signals like some early reports claimed. Instead, they trace Tyler Robinson's political beliefs squarely to the fringes of the alt-right, specifically the Groyper movement, led by figures like Nick Fuentes. This crowd positions itself as hyper-patriotic, pro-Trump conservatives who see mainstream Republicans like Charlie Kirk as sellouts or fake conservatives infected by globalism, liberalism, or even fascism light. The Bulges OWO bit is a crude, mocking nod to transphobic memes that originated on Tumblr but got co-opted by right-wing trolls to spot trans people in crowds. Pure Groyper style bigotry. Bella Chow flips an anti-fascist World War II partisan song into ironic ammo for ridiculing leftists while tying into their beef with fascist establishment figures like Kirk, whom Fuentes has repeatedly trashed. The gay taunt is straight up homophobic bait, emblematic of the group's anti-LGBTQ venom. And catch this fascist, that's a direct shot at Kirk, framing the attack as purging a traitor from the right. Overall, it's not Antifa or trans activism. It's the toxic underbelly of the Maga ecosystem where online radicalizations turns personal grievances into violence against perceived ideological impurities. Robinson's Republican registration and Trump donations fit the profile. A young guy steeped in gun culture and pandemic era echo chambers, lashing out at, quote, the enemy from within on his own side. Tragic, but a reminder that extremism doesn't care about party lines. It just
I know he gay.
amplifies hate. So this is a perfect storm of a kid that is raised in a Republican family, very MAGA family. They go to gun shows together. A lot of American kids, for our international listeners, they're raised in these MAGA circles where families take their kids to gun shows. Kylie can show an image of the kid with assault weapons, and you see pictures of the whole family experiencing this together. And I want to remind you, at the beginning of this episode, I talked about how for the last 48 hours, Fox News, the president, and others blamed liberals. Liberals don't raise their kids like this. This is something that this gun fetish culture thing that is very unique to the right. And I'm not trying to knock them, and I just think that this has become so normalized through so much propaganda from the NRA that a 22-year-old was able to execute that kind of shot because he was raised shooting guns his whole life. And he was raised in very right-wing media echo chambers, and it wasn't enough. And so he went further into it and further into it. And so that's what all of those signs mean. And if I'm able, as a 51-year-old woman, to figure that out in an hour, it troubles me that the FBI gave that information to the Wall Street Journal. And, the rhetoric against trans people is already so fever pitch because they desperately wanted that to be the outcome. And you can figure out what this is very quickly, and you would think the fucking FBI would know this, but what do I know? And then this was really interesting. Here's Cash Money saying something at his press conference today, talking about that they had arrested the suspect. You're going to die, Pumps. All right, get the quote.
Lastly, to my friend Charlie Kirk, rest now, brother. We have the watch. And I'll see you in Valhalla.
Okay. Valhalla. So I had to Google, what is this? And Kylie put this up. In white nationalist circles.
Yeah, and somehow they try to incorporate us in the shit. I don't know what this got to.
Here's
I
what
don't
it
know.
usually signifies in that world: martyrdom and warrior afterlife. Valhalla is often invoked as a kind of afterlife reward for those they see as warriors and martyrs for their cause. This is used in alt-right and white nationalist circles. Why would the head of the FBI say such a thing? Oh, that's right. He was a far-right podcaster, and in a bizarre turn of events, a brown-skinned white nationalist that trafficked in these same far corners of the internet that the shooter did. And he says to somebody who was purely, Charlie Kirk, as far as I know, was very overt about his Christian faith. And I'm not religious at all, but to a Christian to say you're going to see them somewhere other than heaven, that would pretty much be offensive to really, really devout followers of Christ. But the head of the FBI is using the same alt-right language that led to the murder of Charlie Kirk. So any chance that we're going to have politicians that come out and tell us exactly what's going on here, and that there are sects of the internet and silos of the internet that are radicalizing people that were brought up around guns.
This is the I've Had It podcast. I've had it. Yep, I've had it. These old white broads from Oklahoma know what's going on. They tell me, I'll see you in Valhalla. Your brown ass ain't gonna be there. I gotta figure out what this youngin' talk about. This is funny. Is Antonio Speaks. White on white crime in America. Let me hear about what Antonio got to say.
Want to fold? Go High Speed. The KitchenAid bowl lift stand mixer.
I love this shit. This shit is hilarious to me.
Accidental.
We ain't got nothing to do with. They find us some way. Nigger, it's your fault. What did I do?
His assassination was the result of the climate of hate. But only I said the chickens came home to roost, and which means the same thing. Climate of hate means that this is the result of something. And when I said chickens coming home to roost, I meant chickens coming home to roost. I said the same thing.
September 10th, 2025, while speaking at a university in Utah, Charlie Kirk got clapped. Now you may ask, Antonio, how do you feel about this? And my initial reaction was,
hey, niggas get shot every day, B. You be alright.
maybe I'm just desensitized to murders. I grew up with so many classmates that didn't make it to 21, 25. They never got to experience life. So why should I be over here dwelling about a racist white man who didn't like me? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just give another analogy. Back during slavery, slaves were not supposed to mourn over the slave master. Like, you don't gotta be happy, but to be sad is crazy. Now, a lot of the arguments of people defending Charlie Kirk are stating how, he was just killed over his opinions. These were political views. Political views?
If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
Why did you say that the civil rights bill should be eliminated?
I didn't say that. I said it was a mistake.
Why? That's crazy.
Now you got to figure it out.
I wouldn't be here. That's trouble.
If I'm dealing with somebody in customer service who's a moronic black woman, I wonder, is she there because of her excellence, or is she there because of affirmative action?
When blacks in America did not have the same rights they had today, they were less murderous, there was less break-ins. Why is that? And the data shows they were actually better in the 1940s. It was bad, it was evil.
Yeah, y'all want me to feel sorry for him? And it's just crazy because the moments leading up to Charlie Kirk's death, it was poetic. I don't mean that in a good way poetically, but Charlie Kirk was asked a question about mass shootings in America.
How many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
And he replied with a racist dog whistle comment about gang violence. Seconds after that, he was gone.
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Now, to add icing on the cake, guess who took the life of Charlie Kirk? It wasn't an immigrant, it wasn't a black man, it wasn't a transgender, it was a young white male. But hey, black people are the violent ones. Not to mention that same day, there was a school shooting in Denver, Colorado. And guess who the suspect was?
The young white guy.
But we the violent ones. Unfortunately, as a young black man living in America, I cannot feel sorry for Charlie Kirk. But there are a lot of people who are crashing out behind him.
I am Charlie, and I will not be silenced. And I will talk until your ears bleed. Okay? I am Charlie Kirk, and I will not be silenced, ever. You will never silence this white girl.
To the left. If it's war you want, it's war you're gonna get. And it's war you're not gonna want in the end.
It's time we rise.
And it's such bullshit. I've never been so pissed in my whole life. And it's murder Charlie Kirk right here in Utah. I'm so freaking pissed right now. This is bullshit. I just saw blood squirt out of his neck. I love that guy. He would have been our next president.
Boy, if you don't get... No, this is absolutely sad. It's like, the parasocial relationships nowadays is bad. Where was this outrage a couple weeks ago when the kids got killed at a school? Like, what? And to be honest, race aside, Charlie probably would not give a about your kids getting killed in a school shooting. This is what he had to say.
I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights.
And another thing, Charlie literally was a fan of the way that he went out.
And this is my other problem with death penalty. It takes too long, too many appeals. It should be public, it should be quick, it should be televised. And by the way, I would totally tune in. And you know what? I want to watch that execution. That'll make my day better. I want to see him on a public block and get him be publicly executed. You think children should have... You should see... What is the age? At what age should you start to see public executions?
16.
I think you could do it earlier. I think you maybe at age 12, whatever, 6th grade or so.
And you got some people walking around saying he was the second coming of Jesus. Now, I will say this, y'all. Just as a human being, seeing that clip of Charlie Kirk on the 10th, bruh, I ain't gonna lie. It ruined my day because I don't feel like the human experience, we're supposed to see anyone pass away, especially that violently, you know? From the shot, I knew bro was gone. It wasn't critical condition. No, he was gone.
I knew he was
shot.
gone.
And it did something to me. You know, I put myself in his shoes for a moment, race aside, because I am a father. I'm a young father of 3. He is a father too. But like I said, death doesn't excuse you from your actions. And just going through the digital footprint that he left behind. Man, I'm not gonna say he was asking for it, but bro, the energy you put out is the energy you receive. Malcolm X broke it down perfectly. And then at first I was like, yeah, man, his kids was there seeing that, and I do feel bad for them. But where was the grace for us? I'm gonna tell y'all the story of what they used to do back in slavery. I know y'all don't want to hear slavery, yada yada, so whatever. I don't care. You gonna hear this. So when slavery really first got started over here, man, like those slaves were so rebellious. Like they used to always, you know, they kept fighting. They had that heart. So what they ended up doing was coming up with a strategy to break the slave and to break them from ever doing it. So they would take the biggest and baddest and like the
Antonio
most slaves, right? They would get all the families, kids, children, women, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no grace for it. Gather all of them up. They would grab the slave, right? The first thing they would do is tar and feather him. You know, hot, yeah, that shit, it burns. Next thing they would do, they would grab 2 horses, put the brother up in a tree, set him on fire, have one horse pull a leg this way, have another horse pull a leg that way. Yep. Everybody sees
absolutely
that. The
right.
brothers, they're going to tell their children, oh, don't be bad, because that's going to happen to you. That's going to happen to you. Children and all. It was no grace for us. And even to bring up the point that Charlie said, yeah, the black people during the 1940s, they were less problematic. Yes, because we would get hanged for simply looking at somebody white. He supposedly whistled at a woman, and bro, like just... I remember seeing the photo of Emmett Till back in the 5th grade, and I literally had nightmares. Like, I know that shit sounds crazy, but like that picture of him is horrific. Like, it's bad. I love Malcolm X so much because he literally has a quote for everything. That brother said, we are non-violent with people who are non-violent with us. In simple terms, we give the same energy back. Y'all want to keep making these black fatigue videos and black people so violent, this and that. I don't care. I'm gonna do the same shit back. I be getting so many comments like of white people saying, bro, you're doing the same thing that they're doing. Like, you're racist, you're this and that. Whenever y'all go into their videos and give them the same energy and tell them to stop, it's when I don't stop, bro, because it's literally like a 1v fucking 1,000, bro. Like, it's so many negative black videos. Everybody think we just this and that. Nobody says a thing to them. The moment I do the same thing back, it's a problem with me. And even just with the jokes surrounding Charlie Kirk's death, I don't care for them, because guess what? There are literally whole entire meme pages made up of George Floyd. That man died 5 years ago and people are still bringing him up. He was a father, he had kids, he had a family. Where's the grace for him? But guess what? When it's a white Christian male living in America, the world's golden boy, they want you to feel sad for him. They want you to feel that. Bro, man, fuck out of here. And it just pisses me off. I see so many black people getting online crying about, oh yeah, Charlie Kirk got a family, he had this and that. Bro, everybody got a family. Everybody got to check out of this place. And guess what? That doesn't excuse you from your fucking actions, bro. Or like a racist person is cool because I understand, like, you don't like me, that's cool. But to see a fucking raccoon, a black person that's so for the white man and not for your, man, oh my God.
I understand that shit. Take your time.
A sign. The family must depart.
Take your time, nephew. I know my future's in good hands when I see people like you, Machiavelli Mills. I know my son, I'm good. My granddaughter, I'm good. I'm proud. Antonio speaks, yo.
Let me calm down, man. Let me chill out. Listen, I don't think no one deserves to go, especially the way Charlie did. You know, even me saying that, bro. And Charlie, bro, he literally was one of the main people that sparked me wanted to make this channel. I created this YouTube channel, Antonio Speaks, July 3rd, 2025. But I remember a week prior to me making my first ever video, I was seeing so much political content and mainly anti-black content. One of the first videos I seen was Charlie Kirk talking about how violent black people are. Like, damn, bro. And for him to go out to a white man, it's just ironic. Like, keep our fucking names out y'all mouth. We don't do anything. And mind you, y'all, even all of this stuff going on, it was a white man that did it. Why are HBCUs being targeted now? People are always trying to blame black people, man, but y'all always want our fucking sympathy. We don't do nothing to none of y'all, bruh. If anything, we kill each other. We have a problem internally, but guess what? They're still gonna blame us. And the reason it's like that internally is because of the systems that were set up. Listen, bro. I need all my young black men, any black person in general. That's why I hate these diaspora wars, bro. Because, man, bro, I'm ranting. This video gonna be. I don't want to go too off topic. Look, man, I'm in my feelings right now. This shit got me emotional, bro. But man, long live all the ancestors: Malcolm X, MLK, Fred Hampton, RP George Stinney, RP Emmett Till, everyone that lost their life trying to just fight for us, man. Just trying to be equal, bro. We ain't want to be better than nobody. We ain't want none of it. We just want to be equal. You know what I'm saying? You know, we've been dealing with this for years. They feel like, oh, this shouldn't happen to Charlie Kirk, bro. We've been dealing with this shit for years, man. Eat it up, bro. It is what it is. Niggas die every day, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Say, gang, you know.
Niggas die every day, B. I feel you, shorty. Well said, nephew. I'm proud. These white motherfucking progressive channels is going crazy. All these white they going crazy, bruh. Oh, they going crazy. They having fun.
So, folks, Donald Trump and Maga owes the left an apology. Because ever since Charlie Kirk's passing, they have been saying that it was the radical left lunatics. They've been saying that we wanted a war. What they did was they've been creating a straw man argument. They have been creating a left in their own preconceived notion image and putting that out there into the world, and that's all we've heard from them. That we want a war, and we're over here saying, no, we don't. We just want you to speak once you get the facts. We don't want you assuming things until we know for sure what's going on. But that's not what they did. Ever since Charlie died, they've done nothing but blamed it on us, said it was our fault, said we wanted a war, and they've been putting all this hate and vile and toxic shit out into the world, and then we get the news about his shooter being found. And guess what, folks? He wasn't black, he wasn't trans, and it's looking like he wasn't radical left because he was from a white Christian family. So I'm hearing a lot of crickets right now from them. I'm hearing a lot of them just stopping. My Facebook feed was full of people saying that I wanted a war, and I was going, no, I really don't. I don't want one. That's not what we want at all. And now I go back to that Facebook feed, and there's nothing. There's nothing there. Why? Because of headlines like this. Charlie Kirk's shooter identified as a 22-year-old white man from a Republican family. I'm so tired of this stuff, folks. I'm so tired of them gaslighting us and saying what we are when every time it always ends up falling right back in their lap. But here we go. Right-wing influencer Charlie Kirk shooter has been identified as 22-year-old Tyler Robinson of Utah, who is now in custody after eluding the FBI for 2 days. Robinson reportedly confessed to the murder of Kirk to his father, a law enforcement veteran who then detained him and handed him over to the police. Robinson had been a student at the Utah State University. Utah State issued a statement saying
he turned his own son over. You piece of shit. You turned your own son over? I'm not turning my son over. I don't know. I don't know where he at. If you catch him, I'm gonna get him a lawyer. I don't know. So, he got that did something to some kid. Then still I don't know. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna go get him. You not gonna go get him. I'm gonna go get him. But no, I'm not turning my son in. Off no shit like this. I'm definitely not turning him in.
attended only for one semester in 2021. I want to pause right there just for a second. This dude confessed to his father, who was a law enforcement veteran, who then detained him and handed him over to the police. So one social media image featured Robinson dressed in a Donald Trump costume for Halloween. And then Going on down here, law enforcement reported the bullet casings used in the shooting had been inscribed with homophobic messages and coded references that have heavy relevance to online gaming culture, refuting earlier widely circulated claims that the casing featured messages of trans ideology. And folks, they had to walk that one back because they put that out. Let me just get away from this article just for a minute and I'll come right back to it. They put that out into the world that this was all trans ideology, and they got everybody talking and everybody throwing heat at the trans community. They had to walk that back. But once you put that out into the world, once you're that fucking irresponsible and you put that out into the world, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. Could MAGA please just pause your outrage, pause your hatred long enough to stop and say, hey, we all want peace. We don't want a war. We don't want to constantly be fighting with one another. Political violence is never the answer. We don't want to see another person lose their life to gun violence. Could we please just have a moment? But they always put this stuff out into the world, then they dial it back, and then there's going to be some idiot sitting somewhere going, yeah, but I bet it really did say that. Now they're just trying to... You can't... once you say that, you can't unsay it. That's all I'm trying to point out.
Yeah.
But getting back to the article...
Look. Seriously. Think about it, Bert. They had to walk it back. They blamed the trans people. They ain't had nothing. I ain't never think it was nobody trans.
We're shrinking our customers' carbon.
I was cracking a joke. I said, if only they was trans, they would have never got a gun. Think about it. They said they doing a ban on trans being able to buy guns. And I was laughing with somebody. I said, that literally affects nobody. It's not enough of them to matter. First of all, it ain't enough trans people to worry about trans people with guns. You gonna all right? So you gonna take guns from 60 trans people, because that's about how many got guns.
The messages inscribed were, notice bulges, OWO, what's this? Hey, fascist, catch. Upon arrow, right arrow, 3 down arrow. Oh, Bella cow, I don't know what the hell did he say that. I'm not a gamer. And then the last one says, if you read this, you're gay, LMAO. Now, the identification of the shooter comes 2 days after a hugely amplified violent rhetoric online directed at Democratic politicians and liberal influencers, blaming them for the death of Kirk. Right-wing Trump supporters online repeatedly and violently vilified trans people, gay people, black people, and other vulnerable communities after Kirk's death. Multiple historical black colleges and universities across the country had to cancel classes due to repeated threats of violence. Alabama State University, Hampton University, Virginia State University, Southern University, and A&M College of Baton Rouge, Clark Atlanta University, Spelman College, Morehouse College, Morris Brown College, and Morehouse School of Medicine all enacted emergency measures on Thursday, including lockdowns, shelter-in-place orders, and class cancellations. This is a developing story and will be updated, and it was written by one of my favorites, Troy Matthews. But MAGA, you all created that hysteria. You all created that hysteria before you even had the facts. You want to sit and talk about fake news. You want to sit and accuse everybody that disagrees with you of being fake news. You were fake news, okay? Own it. I'm tired of being vilified. I'm tired of always... I'm just a guy that's sitting here...
My nigga used a 1980... Right, man. What type of shit is that?
Common sense and reason. Charlie Kirk would have been alive today.
Using 1990... Right. Let me go get... Let's get into what using 1990 said real fast before I get out of here. Hey. Turn your son in... I don't know where he at. Shit, he might, wherever country he in, you can't extradite him. That's one thing I know. You're a damn liar. No, you can't. Send him to one of them European countries.
throws out into the world, and this fanning of the flames that they throw out into the world with no proof. The President of the United States went on television and said it's the radical left, it's the Democrats. Nancy Mace was calling people derogatory names and saying it was a trans community with not one shred of proof. And now they'll just try to walk it back. Well, they'll probably go into their whole little shtick of, well, it's mental illness, and we have... It's just a vicious cycle of this shit. But I want to point something out, because I know there's going to be people saying, well, you accused us of stuff. Yeah, when we saw you on January 6th, go to the White House and take a noose to hang the vice president, and when we saw you waving Trump flags at the White House and walking through the Capitol, when we saw you walking through the Capitol with the Confederate flag and Trump flags, we said, hey, Trump supporters are there on January 6th. Trump supporters are kicking down the door because we saw you doing it. You didn't see anything, and automatically accused us of it. And then it turns out it was a white kid from a conservative Christian family. Dad was a minister and former law enforcement. And here is the governor of Utah talking about this, how that he was hoping and praying that it would be somebody else and that it wouldn't be one of them. But it's one of them.
You know, this bad stuff happens. And for 33 hours, I was praying that if this had to happen here, that it wouldn't be one of us. That somebody drove from another state, somebody came from another country. But sadly, that prayer was not answered the way I hoped for. Just because I thought it would make it easier on us if we could just say, hey, we don't do that here. And indeed, Utah is a special place.
Oh, yeah.
We lead the nation in charitable giving. We lead the nation in service every year.
What?
But it did happen here.
You know what? We were sitting over here at the same time saying, well, I sure hope that it wasn't anyone who was trans, because Maga will absolutely burn the trans community to the ground. And there was a whole lot of us over here saying, well, we really hope that it wasn't a black person, because, you know, they will absolutely burn it to the ground. And me and a buddy of mine was talking about how, well, it's just a good thing that it happened in Utah and didn't happen in a blue state or a blue city, because they would have absolutely burned it to the ground. So I know his feeling of sitting back hoping that it's not someone that someone else is going to target. But here's the difference between the two sides. When we had them on film, and still do, from January 6th, they still deny all of that. They still somehow say they had a right to do all that. They still somehow or another will spin it to say that it's...
It was in 1990.
But now, when we show...
This is not 1990.
This was one of yours.
Dave Chappelle. What the fuck he gonna say?
Time. And it's so damn frustrating.
He ain't gonna say a goddamn thing. Dave Chappelle don't be saying nothing. Why y'all act like Dave Chappelle some type of... He not Paul Mooney. He not. He'll barely mention it. If he bring it up, it'll be a year later. He ain't gonna say nothing about this. This the best you gonna get. Niggas like me. Like, hey, look here. We told y'all. Told y'all. It's crazy. Well, you know, they ain't gonna just shut his big head ass up, sit his ass down somewhere and make his money. If you go to one of his concerts, you'll see what he do. So, but yeah, y'all, let me get the fuck out of here. My boy done left me. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat. Plus, I gotta call my dad. So. Much love to y'all. Rest in peace, George Floyd. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. You know, rotten. See you. Made Charlie Kirk rot in hell. We knew it was a white guy all along. Much love to y'all, man. Appreciate all y'all, man. LVZ. We out.